Hey there. Yeah. It is Friday. It is Friday. Hello, everybody. Let's do the hellos. Let's see. Oh, we have Axel being early. Oh, we have Ronan. Oh, also early. Hello. We have Azure. Hello, hello. And AJ. Hello, hello. Damn. AJ doesn't want to pounce me no more. I'm gonna go in the corner. Anyway. But yes, it will be a ranting time today. Hi, Cass. Hello, hello. I can't believe I missed Cass. Sorry, you were hiding behind the robot. Ah, there it is. Anyway, how's everybody doing? Hope everyone's doing good. That's what we are here. That's what we are. Yes, I was doing research. Okay, so I'm working on my Catboy comic again because of course I am. And I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna be a bit more proficient this time. I'm gonna be proper about it. I'm gonna do research. You know, I'm gonna do some research. And then my head exploded because I forgot how much I hate certain aspects of certain things. Speaker shit. Just did some editing as AS. They sent me a meme this morning. I'll have to take a look. Emi is a true tsundere. She loves the pounce but won't openly admit it. I didn't say that. Anyway. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do some research because I remember like one of the reasons I made Catboy Cafe is because I kept getting pissed off at the availability of Catboy content, and because it's okay. So how do I put this? Because like I'll say the before hello, like Catboy content and Catgirl content are slightly different. They are not the same. If anyone says they're the same, they are liars. They are liars. They are very different. You know? Like like they have very different appeal, as it were. You know? Like Catgirls appeal to pedos. Like, let me stop. But is that untrue? Is that untrue though? I think that's actually true. Like, anyway. And like, and Catboys appeal to also pedos apparently. But like I think like let me put my phone down. But like, so I was like, okay, so I decided to go to my favorite resource, which is a random guy on YouTube ranting about the Nekopara games and how twisted their lore is. I love this guy because he completely crashes out. He goes like an hour about Nekopara. Because I refuse to play the games. And yes, I do have like Catboy Paradise in my Steam. I also refuse to play it because I don't know, the white-haired one scares me. They are the same, just furry shit. No, they're not. Like Catboys and Catgirls are like their own weird flavor. Because the thing is, they don't really appeal to furries, not really. Because they're literally just cosplaying humans, that's why. Like, they're not like, you know, you can maybe get like the furry people with like dog people, like dog boys and dog girls. You can actually get, because there's like something very distinct about them that that furries could get into. But like cat boys and cat girls, they're very much like, if you like humans, you will like them. CB4, are you just a furry? Are you just a furry? You can just say it. I mean, I'm gonna make fun of you, but it's okay. I mean, propaganda. Oh my god, no. Get out. What do furries have that's the equivalent to the closet? I don't know. Get out of the pound. Wait, no, that's not it. Oh god, what? Okay, I know at least two of you are furries. What is the furry equivalent of the closet? Because I know like trans people have eggs, gay people have the closet. What do furries have? The dog shed? I don't know. Your ranting might help me wake up. I'm weirdly sleepy. Drink coffee. But like Catboys and Catgirls have it's more the is it department? No, I don't think it's department. What is the furry equivalent of the closet? I'm gonna get Semi as a werewolf costume for Halloween. I'm gonna get Semi as a werewolf costume for Halloween? That'd be kind of weird because I have horns. Are you gonna replace my horns with ears? I don't know. Anyway, like, I don't know. What was y'all's first experience with Catboy/Catgirls? Not gonna lie, fucking High School DxD, which I have drama with. What was my first encounter? I don't remember, actually. It was back during the dinosaur times. My last cat cosplayed as a pillow, and my late dog, much appreciated. That's adorable. The kennel? You're gonna, okay, BB4, you're gonna have to get out of the, you're gonna have to get out of the kennel. You see, I was making a joke about IT folks being furries. I mean, isn't there a big overlap, though? Furries have Magic the Gathering and Discord, but like, I have those things. I have Magic the Gathering and Discord, and I'm not a furry at all. You can barely call me a scaly, actually. Like, I'm over there with the what was it, the Kinomimis. The Kinomimis are literally just people with animal or non-human ears. Like, that's technically what most catboys and catgirls are. Is I believe it's Kinomimi or Kenonomimi or whatever. Mimi means ear in Japanese, so it's like funny ear people. Yes, but Discord is literally ran by furries. Oh shit, we're all in the kennel now. There's a big overlap between fursuits have a lot of expense, and most of them did say that. Yeah. Kimomimi, yeah. Furries are in our government, in our like, they're kind of everywhere. Like, I actually have nothing against furries. I think they're fine. Like, the only one, like, they have their own I think it's funny that, like, you know, anime fans have to deal with like creepy pedos, and like furries have to deal with people who actually want to go after animals. It's, what do they call it? Zoophiles. They have to deal with zoophiles, you know, because they're like, because everyone, like, because I know for a fact that furries are not zoophiles, but there are zoophiles that pretend to be furries. It's kind of like I said, lock up your sons and daughters as lock up your dog. And weirdly, horses. I don't know what is up with like zoophiles and horses. It's a really weird, distinct thing. I remember reading an entire thing about this one horse that was kidnapped 4 times. And I'm like, what is with y'all in this horse? Because I'm like, that'll kill, I mean, a horse has killed someone. Excuse me, what? Don't worry about it. Jemmy, I've decided from now on, I'll bully you in the DM more. I mean, if you want to, I guess. But like, I don't know, I'm just like, when I was in high school, I had a friend, I had a friend group of degenerate weebs, and I'm not joking. They tied me down and forced me to watch High School DxD on YouTube. Oh my god. That's horrifying. I'm imagining like a Clockwork Orange, but instead of whatever the crap they had on there, it's just Axel screaming, and it's just High School DxD. That's awful. See, I'd get it if the racehorse, but 4 times without the reason. I don't know. It's weird. Furries have an endurance, whatever. Unknown to normal people. I used to work at a nightclub, and furries were on the 2nd floor, where it's hot as balls and would be fursuits. That's not normal. They're aliens. Oh god. No, you'll be surprised what dedication does to people. And the worst part is I still remember the plot. Oh my god, I'm so glad I never got, like, the closest I ever got to something like that was like, what was it? That one with the zombies. And I got pissed off from that scene where the girl is like dodging the bullet, but her boobs are weirdly waggling everywhere, and it just pissed me off so much I stopped at that episode. Because I liked the teacher lady. Because, like, I know it throws people off when I like characters who have body shapes like mine, but like, I liked the teacher lady. She was a great character, but everything else about that series pissed me off. Oh, high school DxD, my nemesis. No, it's not that. It's like zombie. Bro, I was like a overtly hormonal teenager, and even I thought it was so weird. Like, okay, so I actually do have this thing. Yeah, High School of the Dead. That's what it was. I liked High School of the Dead, but then that one scene with the gun pissed me off, so I stopped it. High School of the Dead. I think yeah. Well, we're talking about High School DxD, but High School of the Dead is weirdly similar, except there's no demon bullshit. It's very much a porn pretending to be an anime. I know that's what ecchis are supposed to be, but that thing was, I don't know. I don't like ecchis. Ecchis piss me off. Because ecchis feel like the non-committal cousin of hentai. Shizuka, so cool. I suppose. I don't know. They're really inconsistent with the girl designs there, where I'm like, either be a hoe or not. Stop trying to pretend you're normal. Oh, High School of the Dead, the legendary bullet dodging booba. Yeah, I hated that. I'll say Alex, hello, hello. Like, I hate that, because as someone who does have a massive rack, that stuff actually hurts. Moving around, boobs that move like that, is actually painful. Your boobs aren't like water. There's stuff in there, including muscle, and that stuff will hurt. like it's kind of like, you know, if you've ever like been punched in the chest, it hurts. Like, if you're a guy, you're like, ah, it's not that bad. No, it hurts if you're a woman. Oh god. Oh, I'm like hugging myself. Ugh. Like, so as a big booba haver in real life, every single time I see any scene where boobs are going crazy, it actually looks painful. Hi, Sammy, I'm stuck in a heat wave, dying. Send helm. My Nordic ass is melting. I know you meant help, but I like the idea of like, send helm. Just send you a helmet. We're gonna have to send Alex a special magic helmet to cool his brain. For everything, actually, I used to work for a moving company. As I'm moving a couch, I saw the guy watch anime on the TV, and I instantly knew it was High School of the Dead. And I literally asked the girl, "Are you watching High School of the Dead?" And the horror on her face that she realized I knew the same anime she was watching. Yes. Let's see. If I had 6 bullets and had to shoot 6 different anime genres, I would shoot I would shoot ecchi in a minute. I hate ecchi shows because they're weirdly they're creepier than most hentai ever tend to be. Like, at least hentai just knows they're gonna be, you know, slurping everywhere, you know. But like, ecchis are like, they feel like indoctrination films. They feel like, how do we start the Guna journey of the random between 12 and 14-year-old boy? Like, that's what ecchis are, because ecchis are not for adults. Those are for kids. So they're literally like, how do we indoctrinate the teenage boys into being degenerate gooners who can't talk to women without being creepy? Like, that's how most ecchis tend to come across. You know, the hyper-specific thing, Visible Dread. Yeah, I remember I was, I'm at work, I have to actively avoid all of the weebs. You know? I have to avoid all the weebs at work, because the minute I mention anything about anime, I literally get this, like, there's like 2 guys, and they'll literally slither out of the frickin' corner being like, "So, you like anime?" And I'm like, "No, I don't." It's like, "Are you sure? Because you just made a reference to Attack on Titan, which is actually..." I'm like, no. I was like, no. I'm like a jackalope. Like, I literally have to just be like, what? No, anime is stupid and cringe and I hate it. Like, which, anime is those things. But I have to actively say I hate anime, because if I don't, the fucking weebs will come out of like, I am minding my own business. I'm stuck in the elevator with this guy, and he's just like, "You know, I'm gonna be turning 21. And I'm like, oh god. And I'm like, okay. He's like, "My birthday's on this day. Would you? You're invited." And I'm like, why are you inviting me to your? Why are you inviting me to your birthday party? Like. And I'm like, well, and I have to be polite because I don't want this guy to murder me. So I'm just like, oh, okay. Well, I'll have to see what I can do. I do tend to be busy on that day, but I'll see if I can make it or not. Did not. I refused. No! Not the guy with the frickin' Attack on Titan t-shirt. Like, of the Survey Corps. Hell no! I'm not going to this guy's house. Like, me just knowing about Japan was enough to frickin' tip off these people because I really do like Japanese culture. Yes, I understand war criminals, but I also live in America. Anyway, if they start asking about Attack on Titan, just get up and go, being like, I can't even pronounce all that gosh darn German. Also, hey, right, hello. Absolutely blame Ecchi for Japan's low birth rate. Like, I blame a lot of things on the birth rate. Personally, I actually blame Bushido. Anyway. Yes, I blame Bushido for Japan's low birth rate. In fact, I blame Bushido for everyone's low birth rate. Well, actually, no. I actually blame... Real talk, I blame Confucianism. Confucianism is literally the worst possible thing, and it is why everyone is refusing to have children. Like me. Anyway. I shot Purple Dragon with gorgeous big hair and clicked, oh my god, guys! Finally, people know I'm a dragon! Oh my god, I'm so happy! Jeebus! Hey there, let me see if I can, like, pronounce her name. Anxious Optimism. Oh my gosh. Someone got that I'm a dragon on the first go. Most people call me everything but a dragon. I'm so happy right now. This has made my day. Was I about to, like, die just now? Okay, anyway. Not gonna lie, when I was a teenager, I did shamelessly watch Ecchi back on Kiss Anime. Oh my god, I miss Kiss Anime. Anyway. But as an adult, Ecchis just don't appeal to me anymore. Even with the fan service scenes, it's more annoying than anything. Like, bro, I want to watch this dude become a Dragon King. I don't care about the high schooler panties. I know, right? But like, I don't know, like, I'm still trying to think of when I first saw a Catboy. When did I first remember seeing? I don't remember. I remember the first time I saw someone dressed as a cat girl. And that was Card Captain Sakura. I like her cute thunder outfit. I'm not gonna talk about Card Captain Sakura today because that thing triggers me. Anyway, because God, that thing pisses me. So many things piss me off. Don't become my age. You get angry at everything. Anyway, so I was doing research because one thing I found is that when you make a story. It's good to kind of research what it's similar to because you're going to more than likely attract people who are into that similar thing. Like, I don't think I'm going to attract cat girl enjoyers because they're creepy. And none of my characters are cat girls. They're all cat boys. But the problem, chat, is that cat boys have also a very weirdly specific audience, and I don't think I'm going to attract them either. Because their main target demographic, apparently, is Fujoshis, which I hate. I'll say, Pulse, hello. I'm new, good boobs. Hey, Pulse. She, her? Just want to double check because I don't like assuming some people's femme presenting that prefer other pronouns. Oh, yeah, no, I'm a she, her. I'm exactly what you get on the 10, but thank you for asking. Let's see here. Kimonamimi. Fans arrive without reason. Yeah, like, looking at my research, okay? I'm researching, and, like, most Catboy or Nico Boy or whatever fans tend to be more into the BL variety of things, and my series very much is not very BL at all. Like, it's not, like, I know some people, like, I know they like the look of them, or at least they like the look of, like, 2 of the characters anyway. No one cares about the other 2. But, like, so I'm trying to figure out, like, but I don't think I'll be able to really appeal to cat girl enjoyers, though. Here's a game, pour a shot for every time somebody says she hates. My liver is on fire. Yeah, I hate a lot of things, don't I? I'm a hater. I'm a straight up hater. I'm not even gonna pretend. I'm not gonna be like, this thing is bad, actually. It's more like, I just hate it because I'm a terrible person. It's like, when I was, like, researching Neko Power, I wanted to punch somebody. Like, the thing about, like, Nekopara, it very much feels like we want to do pedo nonsense, but we don't want to go to, well, I mean, in Japan, you wouldn't actually go to jail for pedo nonsense. I mean, they say you do, but, like, you really don't. It's kind of horrifying, actually. And, like, and the fact that people have to kind of, like, it's kind of like, yes, you got J.K. Rowling Simmons over there being transphobic, and then you got literally the author of Rurouni Kenshin being like, he has so much corn of children, they thought he was a dealer. Like, I'm just like, oh my god! And he's just out and just making manga, and everyone's pretending that there's not a straight up pedo over there. Like, it's horrifying. Anyway, so for me, when I was doing the research for Nekopara, I'm like, okay, so how do their cat girls work? Where do they come from? And it's kind of weird. I don't have, do any of y'all even, like, know? Like, I'm pretty sure you know about Nekopara, but, like, have any of you played Nekopara? Or worse? Do you like Nekopara? Because if you like Nekopara, I will judge you. I will do it. This ain't a safe space. This is not a safe space for Nekopara fans. I don't care what you are, but there's certain things I gotta draw a line at. And if you're a Nekopara fan, I'm gonna have to ask you to leave. Okay, no. Well, maybe. In a minute. Anyway. I've never heard of that. So Nekopara is a visual novel game about a guy who basically is living with his enslaved cat girls. Demi puts up a poll. I'm not gonna put up a poll for that. I don't think a lot of people actually in my audience act. I don't know. I can think of specifically 3 people in my audience who would play Nekopara, but I don't think they're here because of time slots. They tend to show up later. Like, and I'm gonna talk shit about them because they aren't here. But the problem with that, like, because the thing is, Nekopara is very cute. It's very cute. Like, that's the thing. It has a very cute art style. However, pedo nonsense, because Nekopara is a hentai game. Yes, you heard me right. All of the characters who look like they're on average under the age of 14 all get sex-immolated, and I'm so angry about that. Like, not only that, but apparently, according to Nekopara lore, they age in cat years, which is really creepy because the main girls of Vanilla and Chocolate, or Chocola, whatever, who look like they're 14, they're like 9 months old. They're not even a year old. I'm like, oh no. Hello there, Count Jacula. Welcome in, Raiders. My name is Semi Enigma. I'm an Elder Dragon Mom Boss. How are you today? This is a weird conversation to show up on, but hello. I'll say a bit hello at all. Oh, hell no. But yeah, the cat girls that the main character gives a, like, goes to Bone Zone on are literally 9 months old. How weird are we talking? That. My neck hurts and me, oh no! Like, all the cat girls in the game are, like, under the age of 3 years old. Like, and I think all of the games, like, in all the games of this hentai game, all of the girls are under the age of 3. And I'm like, oh no! But don't worry, they age in cat years. But I'm like, that doesn't make it better! That's why me and Ellie liked Wisteria Wand, and Sword Ellie is okay with the fan service, but she doesn't like it being like in every episode. And she was so happy that the show doesn't have any panda shots. Man, I was so relieved by that. Or overtly sexual scenes. No bath, no shower scenes. Literally just action, good dialogue, and animation with very lovable characters, as it should be. I'm sorry, George. This is your first exposure. I want to gag 3 years old, exactly. Super jail. Chipper. And that's the thing. So, for my cat boys, and as a result, I'm like, and apparently since Nekopara is one of the most famous cat girl games, I'm like, okay, so if a lot of people look like, and they also have an anime where they also kind of, anyway. So, if you look up cat girls, you will see one of or both of the main cat girls, which is Vanilla and Chocolate. There's others, obviously, but a lot of, anyway. So, the Nekoparaverse, number one, cat girls are born because apparently, like in the, they're very weird about cat boys in that series. By the way, yes, they do have Catboy Paradise, like Nekopara Catboy Paradise, but that's a joke. And so it's really hard to tell if that game is considered canon because of the lore they have in the Nekopara games. However, but I can only, okay, here we go. I think the only reason cat boys exist in Nekopara is for breeding purposes. I don't think the cat boys get to be people. Like, I mean, to be fair, the cat girls are not people anyway. They are secondary citizens and technically slaves, but, you know, they like, they're not allowed to learn, they're very much like, they're fascinating how weirdly they're just used to justify nonsense for hentai reasons, but the minute you think about it, you're like, this is horrifying. So I'm like, okay, so for my cat boys, how close to the Nekopara principle am I going to get? Because I'm not going to pretend the Nekopara principle doesn't exist, because lots of cat girls fall into the Nekopara principle. There is a webtoon I like to read called Are You Kitten Me? Where cat people just, I think they came into existence when a meteor went across the sky or some crap. So cat boys are in a lower class. Why? Because, I don't know, guys are scared of cat boys, apparently. I guess because cat boys make dudes gay. I don't know. Cat boys and femboys are in the same category. Where, which creates a problem for me. Okay, cat boys being in the femboy range really throws things off for me. Because, well, I don't care what anyone says. If a catboy is a straight up furry, he is no longer a catboy. He is just a cat. So, because the range goes from catboy, which is a guy with cat ears and a tail, to straight up beast nonsense or beastkin nonsense. So a lot of times when you see, like, you know, catboys, they have a very, like, I don't know, they're very specific. God, Nekopara just sounds like the worst fetish and it makes it out of it is. Like, it has a cute appearance, but it literally is, that's kind of all it has going for it. Story-wise, it's very disturbing. But but you can tell it's disturbing, but not because they're trying to be disturbing. They're literally, we want to make it so you can bone the cat girls and not have to think about it. But they unintentionally make it really creepy. Like, you can just tell when there's unintentional creepazoid versus, like, actively trying to do like, weird nonsense. When you get to my age, you can kind of figure out what is what, you know? But, like, so for me, I'm like, okay, how close do I want to get to this? Like, that's kind of why I made it that, like, number one, the catboys in my story, they're technically, if we're going by their scientific name, they're technically alchemical chimeras. That's actually what they are. They're literally just, they don't have like two parents. They are like, they're kind of like clones. They're kind of like, I don't want to get too much into it because I don't feel like that one person who's like, oh my god, and I'm like, whatever. But basically, they're alchemical chimeras. That's what they actually are. They also are sterile, so they're like donkeys, actually. No, not donkeys, mules. There you go. The catboys that in my story are closer to mules, where they're basically made by hilarious alchemical means, and they can't have children because their creator did not feel like a weird problem with that. She's like, I don't want to deal with anybody having weird little abomination babies, so yeah, we're just gonna lock that. She's like, we're just gonna lock that, because I don't feel like dealing with the consequences later. Because you gotta be responsible. You gotta be responsible. You know, you can't just be, like, if you're gonna go making life arbitrarily, you gotta at least think about it a little bit. And again, she doesn't make a lot of them. There's like about 30, which is a lot, but not a lot. It's not their own population. Damn, these MFers got neutered before they were born. Crazy. Like, Because it always kind of, sometimes it does bother me when you have somebody who's able to make a sentient being and they just don't think about the most basic of consequences. It's kind of like there's some things that she couldn't figure out how to deal with. For example, she was not sure. She's like, I've never been able to figure out what to do about the whole catnip issue, because there's a catnip issue, and she's like, I don't know what to do about that. Like, it's just a quirk of them being part cat. See, it does remind me of the Chainsmoker anime, where we are told directly that cat people are treated as lower class citizens and are allowed to take lower paying jobs. Like, real talk, like, Amelia made these guys to be pets. That's what they are. They are pets. She's not even gonna pretend here. There's no, I'm making sentient beings that can go out and vote. No. She did not do that. Because I'm like, I'm sorry, this lady is literally making cat boys as a hobby. She is not making them to be normal. Asemi hasn't been. It's been good. It's been good. I'm going back to making Catboy Cafe so I can infuriate Yuri fans and, well, not Yuri fans. Yuri fans will not look at this. But mainly so I can infuriate Yaoi fans. I'm gonna be a menace. I'm gonna be a menace with my Catboy Cafe manga that no one will ever read, but that's fine. I will read it. Because I just want to be addicted to Yaoi fans, apparently. But, yeah, like, she literally is making cat boys as a hobby, and they are literally made to be pets. She is not even, I'm not even gonna pretend. This is not a moral issue. This lady is literally just doing that because she can. She's like, I mean... The funny thing is in this world that the story takes place in, like, actual, like, cat people exist. They're basically just cat yokai, the Nekomata. Like, Nekomata are their own thing. They have nothing to do with her. Like, so Nekomata actually exists. So cat girls and cat boys do exist as just normal beings, but they're separate from the chimeras that she likes to make in her lab. But yeah, she likes making them as a hobby because she can. Yeah, she's not necessarily the best person. At least she does her due diligence to make sure they don't end up in the hands of a weird, creepy person. Like, she kind of draws the line there. That's why she doesn't, like, just have... She likes to make them, but she very much tends to keep them in a safe place. Gay baiting? I'll show you gay baiting. Yeah, I'm gonna gay bait the hell out of everybody. No one's gonna stop me. The only canon is that I am gay baiting everybody. But everyone's secretly bisexual. Or asexual, whatever. It's like, literally, you get bisexual and asexual. I don't care about the other ones. Nobody is straight and nobody is gay. Like, everyone's just bisexual or asexual. Like, these hands are ready to eat for everyone. Exactly. I did one of those ancestry things a few weeks ago, and it turns out I come from a family of failed magicians, and I have 2 half-sisters. Wait a minute. I'm trying to figure out what the joke is. I did one of those ancestry things a few weeks ago, and it turns out I come from a family of failed magicians, and I have 2 half-sisters. I think I might be getting dumber, you guys. I don't know where the joke is. I'm trying to find it. Where is it? Is it the... What? No! There's gotta be a joke in there. That's all Chaos does. There's gotta be a joke in there. Chaos, what's the joke? What is it? What is the punchline? I can't find it. I can't find the punchline. Where is it? Failed magicians. You said... there it is. Okay, actually, that's kind of funny. Oh no, that's horrible. I get it. No, my jokes, like, it took me a minute. Because I was like, no, there has to be a joke in there, because that's what Chaos does. Anyway. But yeah, so I have to kind of figure out for myself where the Nekopara principle goes in my story, because people will, like, when it comes to Catboys, there is very much either they're secondary citizens or they're a weird anomaly. You gotta pick one. You can't have both. You know? I'm just gonna come in one day and say hi and throw everyone else off. I'll be like, who are you? I'll be like, Cash, not Cash, but I'll be like, Chaos, your account has been hacked. Like, I would be so weirded off if you just, like, showed up and didn't give a hilariously bad joke. What time is it? I guess I should probably get back to get some doodling done. Probably get some doodling done. Anyway. But yeah, I'm just like, I don't know. It's like, I have to figure this stuff out because, why was my name called? It was an accident. I'm used to calling your name. You wanna go where everybody knows your day. Anyway. Let's get doodling because I gotta finish Amelia and then I gotta draw Shoji after this, I guess. I don't know what I'm gonna do about Ben. Anyway. Alright. Let's get this party started. We're gonna go on ahead and let me make sure that everything is good to go. There we go. And we'll switch over in a minute. Let's see. Need to lurk my 10 spoons. I need my 10 spoons of sugar. Okay, no problem. See you when you get back. Thank you for the lurk. Let me just open this up and make sure there's nothing suspicioso on here. Okay, good. I don't know what I'm still in there for. Okay, whatever. Let's go. Gonna be down here. Take this off. Put this on. Okay. That is not my stylus. This is my stylus. First things first, we must do our warm-ups. Anyway. Oh, speaking of ancestry, Semi, I want to hear. You want to hear Ellie's family history? It's crazy. Yeah, sure. Let's see. Where is it? There it is. I don't know. Just like figuring out, like, you know, and I think like because for the longest time, I was also kind of fixated on trying to justify the existence of the cat boys, but there's no justification. It's just a lady has the ability to make cat boys using alchemy. And, yeah. How does she make them? I am not telling, because frankly, I don't think that's even important. Like, I don't think it's that important to know how she makes them, like, like, I don't think it's important at all. You know? Like, I don't, it's like, it's very easy to get caught up on stuff because of how people, like, you know, do their research nowadays. Like, a lot of times, like, I think, like, what is it? I think, like, video essays have, like, made me paranoid. You know? I think the video essays have made me paranoid. They made me think I have to answer questions that nobody's asking in case that one random person who gets obsessed with my series decides to do, like, a 4-hour essay about how I'm secretly trying to talk about Stalin or something. But, like, that's not even gonna happen. You know? Like, that all that does is just kind of make me, like, you know, worried to make stuff. And I'm like, you know what? No one's really gonna care how she makes the cat boys. Like, yeah, maybe some people, but at the end of the day, that's not really what's gonna be important. You know? There's no point in me answering something that's not actually important or integral to the plot. If it's not integral to the story, it doesn't really matter. And all I'm doing is just using it as an excuse not to do any work, you know? Which is a problem. That's a problem. Also, I kind of hate the way my hand looks. I gotta fix that. 1 second. I'm gonna fix something. Because I don't like the way my hand looks. Actually, I'm curious about something. What if I do this? And then this? Nope. There we go. Anyway. But I don't know, just like, I don't know, like, because, like, I actually really do like the series I'm working on right now. The only way that family history, for me, is that both sides of my family have a tendency to get divorced. Wish my parents were divorced. They'd probably be happier. Like, ugh. Let's see. There we go. I don't know, I just, like... It's like, the other thing I was doing research on is just cafes in general, which I forgot how much I love drawing food. I love drawing food. it's like one of my favorite things to do. Excuse me, goodness. But like, I don't know. Oh, jeebus, that's long. Anyway, turns out Ellie is from a family of French circus performers. What the hell? Who traveled around different parts of the world, and a new family, and a few family members, her ancestors, were left behind in Mexico. What the fuck? Trying to find a home, and found a large abandoned house, renovating it and cleaning it, and they found gold among the skeletons of a dead family. What the? Her family thinks it was some kind of lost stash of a criminal organization, and they still have one gold bar left from that time. That is wild. Oh my god. Oh, and my grandpa was actually neighbors to Sweden's most infamous criminal. What is with you guys? Oh my god. Like, oh my god. That is wild. Like, I'm just like, what are you guys doing? What is this? I don't know. Dandelion? I don't know. I don't know. I just like... So, like, while I'm working on this thing, even though it's the most non-committal thing ever, I still like it. Where is it? Where is she? Where is she? There she is. I'm gonna finish Amelia today. Her legs bother me now that I'm, like, coming back to it. Let me... Nope, that's not what I'm gonna do. Let's see. I think... Where's the rest of you? Okay, there it is. I was like, where the fuck are you? I think what I'm gonna do is we're just going to... Nope. Stop it. We're gonna just do this. We're just gonna do this because it kind of bothers me a little bit. And we're just gonna move it like right here, and then we're gonna just move this. Not here. Right here, and we're just gonna do this. Do that. Okay. Entire thing, and then we're just going to flip that. Anyway, what was I doing? Oh god. Come back here. Let's see, and I don't have any weird, I don't have a weird family. I'm just playing a Southeast Asian, which unfortunately is, I got most of my genes from my mom, so without facial hair, I keep getting mistaken for a girl. It feels weird getting hit on. Oh no. Is it hi to you, Casey? Hi, Casey. Anyway. Oh, and they made a shrine for the family, especially because there was the skeleton of a baby. Aww. With the parents, and they prayed that to the family, apologizing for their misfortune and thanking them for the gold in the house. That is so sad. Not the skeleton of a baby. Damn. Hi, Roger. Hello, hello. Shammy, your very exhausted son is here. Hi, son. You see, and if you wonder how infamous, he was actually the reason for Stockholm Syndrome. Oh my god. How the group doing? I'm doing good. So technically, Ellie has some French ancestry. That's cool. I have funny enough, like I have a little bit of French ancestry too. It's mostly like there's like just one guy, because my family is basically black concentrate. You know, that's basically what my family is, black concentrate. So much so that I can't go into that. But anyway, but yeah, my family is very black. So the fact that someone who is non-black managed to sneak in there is very funny to me. Because my family is very concentrated. Up until like my generation, obviously. My generation is where they started being like, maybe we could, I don't know, venture out a little bit. A little bit. Just a little bit. Let's see here. For their coat of many pockets. Ooh, who's this lovely lady on screen? This is Amelia. She created the cat voice because she is a menace to society. I should do an ancestry. I refuse to do ancestry because I don't want them to track me in case they decide to do the purge. And you're adopted Frenchie. I can't. But yeah, she's basically one of the most powerful mages in the world, and she's a menace because she refuses to work with any of the established mage associations. She's a lone weirdo who she has the ability to make sentient life, and what does she do with that? She makes cat boys with it. You're not wrong. It's kind of like, yes, she's like, why, yes, she could technically make other species or other people. Hell, she could make just a regular person, but she chose cat boys because she read a book once. She read a manga or something and decided, you know what, let's make this real. I didn't speak at your family. I didn't speak at your family. You just decided that you'll be fine. Hey, triple hello at all. But yeah, she's very much like, you know, she's kind of a menace. At least the food is good. Yay! But she basically, she's one, like, and the thing is, no one really knows what her full power is like, because she just isn't someone who she literally just likes to do her own thing. You know, she likes to do her own thing. She tends to just mind her own business most of the time, you know. But, like, if you knew a lady who was able to make cat boys, who knows? Like, and she also refuses to make cat girls specifically to piss people off. Because she's like, I could make cat girls very easily, actually. But I refuse. Like, there's a man out there who's very annoyed at her for refusing to make cat girls for him, and she's like, I don't make cat boys for anyone. And what makes you think I'm gonna make you a cat girl, you creep? You know. She tends to show up whenever she wants. She does whatever she wants. The fact that no one can really figure out what the crap she's doing is really funny. Let's see here. Roger, what if I told you about, like, tagging me when you're literally talking to me? I'm like, bro, you're right there. The chat isn't even moving that fast. I'm sorry, I thought reflex. Let's see here. I have to look at it after stream because I don't want to open stuff on my laptop because it'll explode. There we go. But yeah, so she knows how to do ancient nonsense and all that stuff. You know, oops. Wait. But yeah, I do like her. I do like funny. Like, she looks nothing like that because I only drew Amelia, like, I think once. Yeah, I only drew Amelia once, and it was very much a spur of the moment type of thing. So I'm like, no, I actually do want to, like, draw her properly for once. Especially because we actually do see her in the comic in, like, the first chapter. Or prologue? Whatever. Prologues are technically chapter 1. Might change it to chapter 1. It doesn't have to actually be a prologue. It could just be chapter 1. Oh! So she's the semi of this universe, what refuses to do what people want out of spite. Honestly, yeah. So what? That reminds me, what's the update on your PC? I honestly haven't touched it since it, like, basically decided to die. I don't know what I'm gonna do about it because right now I just can't really afford to do anything about it. What I probably am gonna do is once my financial situation gets better, which it should in the next couple of months, I'm gonna probably take it to somebody and see what needs to be done. Though I think I just need more RAM, but I am honestly not sure. So we will see. It's just for now, we're gonna have to rely on laptop con for the better part of maybe the next 6 months. Yeah, she's one thing I like about Amelia is that she's very much you could try and, like, you know, she's very much, she does what she wants, and because, like, if you try to get her on, like, what do you call it, morality or whatever, she's just kind of like, it's fine, you know. Does she care about the moral implications of making sentient cast boys? No. Remember the fox boy I sent you and all tactical gear and all, and in the roleplay, sheriff, decided, no, we pamper the boy, oh boy. Yep. So I have a normal size sweater. Nice. Let's see. Yeah, so she's very much a she's very much a if don't lecture her or she's like, I mean, what are you gonna do, stop me? like that's kind of how she is about it. She's like, what are you gonna do, stop me? Alrighty. She reminds me a bit of that one character from Night of the Night. Kyoko got the smug and what? Who? The Night of the what? That's some typo that you got there, buddy. No, that looks weird. Much better. No, I'm still gonna stare at you and pop my cheeks. Oh god. Yeah, she's but like despite everything, she's actually really good at knowing like the balances of things too. So it's not like she's not a chaos monger or anything. You know, she's not out here to cause chaos. She literally just kind of does what she feels like, but it's more like other people don't like what she's doing, you know, because they want to harness her powers and her knowledge for themselves, you know. That's kind of more what it is she's not really doing anything nefarious. It's more like, oh, if I had that power, I would do this. And she's like, okay, well, go do something then. You know? That's kind of how she is about it. Call If the Night? What kind of weird title is that? That sounds weird. I don't like it. These look weird. I don't like that. Let me fix that. Anyway. I'm using one hand to type that while I'm eating hot cheese. That sounds like a skill issue, brother. There we go. Much better. Anyway. But like she's I always like feel like, you know, having like a hilariously overpowered character who's just kind of over there minding their own business is like one of my favorite tropes. There we go. And the only problem is when the narrative feels like they have to kind of prove something or whatever, but I'm like, nah, she's just over there doing whatever. She's just over there minding her own business, you know, fighting crime or whatever. She actually, funny enough, I didn't realize this until I thought about it the other day. But she's actually, she's technically a combination of an older character that I completely forgot that I had. Isn't that the anime where the people like the one girl in the trench coat? Oh crap, I don't know. That's Shammy when she's doing CEO stuff. I arrive with the birds. Oh god, leave the birds alone. There we go. Yes, that's the face. Oh, I forgot something. There we go, much better. That is face. Call of the Knights is a vampire anime, and Kyoko is one of the main, is a STEM vampire hunter in her late 20s, and she has the same smug energy as this character. Oh, okay. I'm sorry, I might leave a bunch of Swift in your office, but they need, what the crap are you talking about? Anyway. I forgot what I was talking about. Anyway, but no, I just like the idea of like, you know, she's kind of around, not the birds. But yeah, she is around. She basically, because again, she's based off of a bunch of tropes that I actually just really like. But yeah, no, there's an older character I had, that I haven't really had, I was never able to find a purpose for her. Because when I don't even remember why I even made her. I think I made her before, like, the concept of New Brightston even became a thing, where I didn't even have a hub city or anything. Like, but when I made her, she was okay, but she was just kind of boring. Like, this lady was kind of boring, you know? And I could not for the life of me figure out what to do with her. Like, I couldn't figure out what to do with her at all. You know, she was just kind of, And I'm like, okay, like, and I straight forgot about her. Fun fact, her name also begins with A. I think it was like RNA or something. But I ended up like kind of forgetting about her, so I decided, you know what, I'm gonna take a lot of her, like, you know, lore, well, not lore, but I'm gonna take a lot of her, whatchamacallit, I decided to take a lot of stuff that she just kind of does, and I'm just gonna give it to like I'm just gonna give it to Amelia here. That, and I like Amelia's name better. But yeah, I'm like, you know what, we're just yeah, actually I'm gonna do it right here. And then right here. Oh, that looks weird. I don't like that. Come on. Okay. So right here. And then right here. Better. Anyway. Okay, my brain confirmed. Kyoko is the smug girl with a trench coat and the circular glasses along with smoking. Oh, okay. But yeah, she's a combination of, like, she's a like, my brain. Anyway. But yeah, Amelia's a combination of Toko from the I think it's like the something witch's house, as well as from the Garden of Sin, or whatever Kyokai. It's a Nasuverse thing. But there's like she's a basic combination of that. She's also Yoko from Hulk. There's another character that she's loosely based on. Also, fun fact, I tend to give all of my characters a tarot card that they're associated with. Sometimes it changes over time, but everybody has a everyone has a tarot card they're associated with as well. Though I have to actually go back over and see whose has changed, because some people have actually changed. Amelia has basically, she took the tarot card from somebody else who, again, I'm just not using anymore. There we go. My sister does that. It's actually really helpful, just because it also just is really fun for imagery. But basically, in the, like, for example, technically, you gave me a tarot card, but all it said was, I owe you. Like, technically for Semi, my tarot card is actually the Empress. That's actually what mine is. Let me see here. I keep changing who the magician is. I know, but Amelia's, she is the High Priestess. That's actually what she is. There we go. Yeah, Amelia is the, she's the High Priestess. That is what her tarot card is. There was someone else. I believe, like, Evie, I believe hers is actually the Strength card. I think that's what hers was. I'll have to double check, but I believe that's what hers was. Is that she is the Strength card. There was someone else who had it. Oh, and I think, like, I haven't drawn Beatrice in a while, but when I draw her again, I think Beatrice is the Hermit. Let's see. My card has been, always been the Fool. The Fool's a great card. What are you talking about? You see, I'm gonna go dredge up my old young cast world document. I remember having tarot cards as a thing. Nice. She also gave me a tarot card, but I don't know what it means. Well, what card is it? Like, I can kind of figure out what most of them are. I can, because I have a really great database for it. Judgment? Oh. Really? Oh, that's a shitty one to get. It's not bad or anything. It's basically more on the complete side of things. Let me look at my notes. With the, because I actually have some really good notes on breaking down what everything means. Give me a second. Yeah, it's over here. Boop, 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 boop. Let me look at my notebooks. Let's see, it would be under here. And, let's see, where's my tarot nonsense one. Here we go. Tarot nonsense. Meanings, and it's major arcana. Judgment. Not justice. Judgment. Yeah, judgment's like near the end. Okay. Awakening, renewal, and a well-lived life, better health, and quickened mind. It can also mean that you have to face a challenge head-on and make changes required to succeed. There you go. So you're gonna have a challenge coming up, or at the time. I don't know. I forgot my fortune with tarot cards. Like, I don't use mine very often, just because mainly because I just don't feel like it, to be quite honest. I just don't feel like it sometimes. I also got a tarot card from Sebi. It was actually just a job application. I mean, I was 10 when she gave it to me. That's awkward. Okay, never mind. Then, well, eh. The thing about, it's like the, can you do a reading? I refuse. I refuse to do readings. Hell no. Like, I don't like to read for anybody. I will read for myself and myself only, because I am selfish. There we go. I don't like people enough to do readings for them, and that will just give them shitty readings. Be like, Sabby, what's my fortune? Oh, I see butter in your future. It's like, oh, it's weird. I just keep seeing sticks of butter in your future. I wonder what that could mean. I know the worst card to get is the Tower. The Tower is the worst card to get. It just is. If you ever see the Tower, that is never good. That is never good. If you see the Tower. Death is actually not even that bad. Death just basically means that you're gonna go through like a major change, and that's something like when you get like the Death card, it's more like you're basically something really big is going to change, and it's gonna be like it basically is closer to something is going to go away in order for you to basically either become a new person or a new opportunity. That's actually what the Death card means. Which is really funny how the Death card is the most popular card to show in movies and series, when it's probably one of the better cards to actually get. It actually almost never means you gonna die. Like, the freaking Tower card is closer to, like, you gonna die than the Death card is. Like, oh. It's like, the tarot is based on vibes. Good. That's good. Yeah, let's go here. Anyway. One thing I ever done was, with the, D20, like, you get to, well, the funny thing is, like, you could actually do, like, divination. That's technically what tarot cards fall under. They fall under divination, but you could technically do divination for pretty much anything. Or with anything. You just have to figure out what meanings are to you, and you can actually do you can figure out meanings very quickly. It's just a lot of times people kind of, you know, tarot just look cooler, but you can figure out meanings for pretty much anything. Like, that's why people have like oracles and like oracle cards, bones, all that stuff, runes. Like, you could literally do like fortune telling with pretty much anything. Hell, I've done it with radio. I've done it with the radio before. Okay, stop with the whole me giving you a card thing. You've done it like 3 times. Calm down. Like, calm down. Anyway, I'm gonna ask a reading tomorrow. My friend does it. It was nice. But yeah, when it comes to, like, I usually don't do it very often because I prefer not to. My personal opinion is I prefer not to ask a question basically I always have a rule that never ask a question that you won't like the answer to if it's not what you want. You know? Like, that's just my personal rule. So if you ask a question but you want a specific outcome, do not ask that question. Only ask a question if you don't know what to do, but don't ask a question and then but what you really want is confirmation. That's not a question. Because I think a lot of people kind of make that mistake where they think that, you know, what they want a fortune, but what they really want is confirmation. There we go. Let's see. The tarot deck belonged to my great grandma, so very old, and the card now is kind of age bad. Yeah, they're kind of like that. You have to kind of take care of those things. There we go. But that's just my rule of thumb. If you can technically do whatever you want, but it's just I just find that that's honestly just the better way to go about it. Like never go for you know, never go for something that you really want a specific outcome. Where like if the answer is a yes or no question, such as, you know, like what's a good, because most of the time when people go like do tarot nonsense, it's almost always for how, like they always think about two things, but it's almost always just how do I find love or whatever. I'm like, don't do that. Like don't do it. You're just gonna hurt yourself. But again, that's my opinion. Right. Excuse me. Like, it's usually if I cannot, like, if it's kind of like, it's nice to have it for, like, just a general direction, you know? But I don't really like it for, or at least in my opinion, it's not a really good idea to ask it, you know, being like, should I keep bothering my ex-wife? Like, or what'll happen if I keep bothering my ex-wife? I mean, I remember a 10-year-old me, a little goober, who had barely a brain and then ended up with a bunch of trouble, so I guess it could fit. Oh well. So instead of asking how to find love, ask how I can find the One Piece. Exactly. I did a 3-card reading while I was at New York, which said that I will find success if I go for a new career path, so becoming a full-time ASMR artist is still possible. Like, most of the time it's very much like, if you're like lost and need a direction, tarot is good, but it's not really good if you're looking for something specific. Just because, not only that, a lot of people don't realize that you can kind of mess yourself up if you do that, because you're gonna have a certain expectation, and that kind of throws the energies off, if that makes sense. Like, a lot of people don't really think about it that way, because, you know, because it's kind of like, if you don't really know how tarot works, it's very mysterious, but it's kind of, you know, but it's very much like, you have to kind of keep things very, like, that's kind of like why when you're, or at least when the person is doing your reading, they'll be like, think about really hard about your question while you're shuffling the deck. So that way your weird, delicious, squishy energy can kind of get wrapped into the card so they can kind of tell your fortune properly or whatever, you know? Supposedly! But again, it's very much like, but obviously if you don't believe in any of that, you don't have to be quite honest. Like, because I have to always kind of be careful, because like, if you sound too serious, then you start getting the weird witchcraft people, you know? The ones who are like, oh, well, you know, like, my great grandma was a witch in Salem or whatever, and I'm like, no one cares, Debbie. No one cares. So thank you for the care combo. I stretch. I don't know what my posture's doing, and I drink my tea. Forgot to buy a pack of cards to play solitaire. Oh my god, I love playing solitaire. Playing solitaire, like in real life, is actually really fun. Especially because you can't do the undo button. It's really fun, actually. Here we go. Yes. Sounds like LARP. Hey there. Hi, Jack. Like, my thing is like, if you, like, I'm not gonna be like the woo-woo does not exist, but if you do not believe in the woo-woo, don't try to use the woo-woo. That's all I'm saying. Because there's nothing more annoying than someone who doesn't actually believe in the thing trying to use the thing specifically to debunk the thing. Don't do that. If you don't believe in the thing, stay away from the thing. Now, I can understand if maybe like your mom or something is trying to use essential oils on your cousin because he has influenza. But participating in the woo-woo is not going to help. Kidnap the child and take them to a doctor. Like, damn. I'm so tired of people. It is fun, but damn, holy hell, they're doing real life. It is fun doing real life solitaire. It is. Like, because like, I don't know. I'm not gonna be debunking shit. I just want to mess with people. Like, I don't know. It actually, like, because I'm very much like, I do believe, like, you know, in spiritual stuff. And I don't like when people literally just are so unhappy with themselves that they want to mess with people who actually have a faith in something. And I'm not talking about, I'm not even talking about former Christians. I don't care. Hey, Joey, hello. But just because the woo-woo didn't work for you doesn't mean it won't work for other people. It's just your lot, okay? You know, find something you do believe in. Don't just go after people who believe in something else, you know? It's like, that's my thing. Just find something you believe in. If you don't believe in this, go find something else. Don't just be like, well, if it doesn't exist for me, then that means it doesn't exist for anyone. And I'm like, okay, stop. Because it's like, it's again, yes, there are the people who should just go to a doctor, you know, but also we live in America who have shitty, like, health insurance, so you gotta pick your battles. You know, because it's all nice and cute to say go to a doctor, but going to the doctor will financially destroy you. Like, people cope in any way that they can. Let's see. Oh, that I can understand, but it's more like live and let live kind of stuff. Yeah, pretty much. Like, again, unless you're specific religious, whatever the crap has to do with, oh, well, we gotta specifically sacrifice, like, children or middle-aged women. That, I draw the line right there. Like, you can have all the crystals, tarot cards, and, I don't know, goat cheese effigies you want. But the minute you're like, oh, well, in order for my spell or whatever to work, I'm gonna have to, like, kill your pet rabbit. I'm like, okay, no, we got a problem here. Yeah. Because that's when it starts getting kind of weird. You know? There's that one lady who was addicted to getting stung by bees. There we go. And there we go. Just passing through, love your model, thank you. Don't touch Mr. Like, and that's my thing, like, because, like, I like studying these sort of things, you know? And it's kind of like, it has its purpose, it has its meanings. If you don't understand the meaning, or worse, do not care for it, then just go about your way. Just go about your way. Find something to actually put your energy in. You're not saving anybody, you know? Because, well, people can only save themselves, you know? People can only save themselves at the end of the day, you know? Like, I've actually been in that situation where one of my parents decided that she was just gonna join a cult. Yep. She just up and joined the cult. And I'm like, okay, I guess this is what we're doing now. You know? Because I'm like a freaking high schooler, you know? And like, it's stuff like that happens, you know? Like, I couldn't really stop anything. The only thing, oh, also, hey there, hey there, Andy, hello. Welcome in, Raiders. My name is Semi Enigma. I'm an Elder Dragon Mom Boss. Thank you so much for joining the organization. You can pick up your badge at the front desk. But anyway, how you doing? Actually, I'm gonna do this. There we go. You know, but like, at the end of the day, when it comes to cult nonsense, you're better off trying to save yourself than save a loved one. Just let them figure things out on their own. You know? Sometimes you can't do anything about it. Oh boy. There's a lot going on here. Love and peace. Yeah. You see, y'all are amazing, breathtaking. Remember to take care of yourselves, drink water, eat food, go to sleep, do the things you enjoy. And in case nobody has told you yet today, I'm proud of you. Thank you for simply existing. You're doing a good job. Please take care of yourself. And if not for you, then so that I might have you around for another day or two. Good lord. Cult moms? No. On the edge of sanity, I see. I love cult moms. No. Ain't that hello at all. Also, thank you for the posture check, the hydration, and I don't know, stretching? Yeah, there you go. But no, my main thing is like, you know, like going through all that and me being stuck in this really weird obvious, and I'm like a high schooler, okay, and they're like, this is a straight up cult. Or because the thing about cults is they don't have to be good to exist, they just gotta find enough dumb people, not dumb people, they have to find enough vulnerable people to justify their existence, which is what this cult did. Like, my mom didn't know this was a cult, and me telling her it was a cult did absolutely nothing. So all I could do was just kind of wait around and wait for my dad to get me. Right, muffle. I'll make it a point to read that faster and faster every time. Oh god. Here, does it butter the cholesterol? Does it butter have cholesterol? I hope I'm saying it right. You spelled it completely wrong, and everything has cholesterol. So does I. No one cares. How's your favorite butter noodle? I'm doing good. My sister believes in witchery and all, and my brain is too fucked up to really be annoying to her. She called me a cryptid multiple times with good reasons, so I don't mind anything. Honestly, like, frankly, like, cause I don't care, to be completely honest. I do not care what anybody believes in, cause I can't be like, oh, well, your thing you believe in doesn't exist when I have to actively deal with nonsense on the regular. I don't care. Just, honestly, whatever helps you get through the day. You know, and if that happens to be it's burning incense at midnight, whatever. I get you, my mom is into some herbalist magic candle making craft. Like, honestly, whatever makes people happy, because people are dying in the streets, man. Like, people are literally getting McMurdered over chicken McNuggets these days. I'm not about to be like, you lighting candles when you, like, and, you know, throwing, like, chicken grease on things is weird. You know? Like, I'm not about all that. Whatever, honestly, whatever helps you get through the day. Whatever helps you get through the day. That's all that frickin' matters at this point, because we are struggling out here. The Sylvia adopted me, and she could understand why my big sis calls me a cryptid. Yeah, you are kind of a cryptid. So yeah, as long as I don't give a fuck what you do, as long as you aren't hurting anybody. Praise be to whatever you believe in. I'm happy for you. That's how I feel about it, honestly. Like I have some really hilariously off the wall beliefs. But none of that involves people. It's like little funny things around the house. Like, for example, I legitly believe there is a creature that lives. There's an invisible creature that lives in our kitchen that takes a sacrifice whenever we cook. So my personal belief is if you drop something, like if you're cooking and you drop something on the floor, that is the we call it the floor god taking a sacrifice, and if the sacrifice is good, your food will be more delicious. This is literally something I actually believe. Like, no one's gonna tell me that, like, and the weird thing is, like, this thing literally follows me everywhere. But anyway. Dying in a battle for chicken nuggets. I can't. I'm chill with her picking it up. I like to think that it's her hobby. I just wish the courses weren't super... Okay, if you have to take a course, that might be a problem. I just like books. Kitchen person is just a little guy. Invisible creature that is in the kitchen. Oh god. If people can charge 650 euro for magic candle courses, I hope I can charge people for mental health reminded. Jeez. Like, all the stuff I learned from books. Like, I ain't taking a freaking course over that nonsense. Hell no. I ain't got time for that. Like, this is stuff I have collected over the millennia. Or at least, like, the next, like, decade. Let's see. But yeah, I don't know. It always kind of bothers me when people just automatically go like, oh, well, I don't understand it, so that's what makes it stupid. And again, there are people who have dangerous beliefs. Absolutely. Like, if you are literally like, I need to drink an entire gallon of bleach to cleanse my soul from the demons, okay, get that person some help. But if it's like, I like carrying around, I don't know, 5 white rocks that protect me from the Coast Guard, sure, whatever. You know, what is the rocks gonna do versus drinking the gallon of bleach? Unless I kind of want to go on Etsy or something and then charge people for bogus courses. Honestly, do it. if people got the money to waste on nonsense, might as well take that money, right? It might as well go to a good cause. Okay. And let me just do your hair. I gotta do your glasses, but I'll do that later. There we go. You see, also my sister wanted to give a bit of wanted a bit of radioactive material, nothing strong, so I gave her some infused whatever, to not eat it, and whatever. Considering that not eating it has to be mentioned. Like, I'm not gonna, like, there's an entire different aspect that I can't really talk about because every single time I do, I go on a rant about it. Ah, yes, Tide Pods cleanse the soul. You know what? If people believe that, they deserve whatever happens after that. But I could, like, freaking, like, you know, people can send me. Like, I can't with people and the freaking Tide Pods nonsense. I'm like, what is wrong with y'all? There you go. Holding yourself back from getting into rent is such a but like it's like I'm like I have to like be careful because I do know that, like, you know, some people really believe in some stuff, and I'm not gonna. Did I turn my number lock off? Yeah, I did. You know, hey Sir Power Cookie, hello at all. But I'm just like, because like there's like because as someone who, you know, who does actually, you know, believe in stuff, and I like to do research. That's like my favorite thing to do. Is I actually really love doing research. And like some people have no idea just how like racist the magic what are people calling it now? The new age magic community? You know, people, pagan community, whatever the fuck. That thing is racist as hell. Like, oh my god. Like, nothing against Wiccans, but Wiccans be racist as hell. Not hashtag not all Wiccans, but good god, some people, they're like, well, if you aren't, they're like the people from like the craft or whatever, just being like, well, if you're not, you know, if you're not at least like a quarter Wiccan, you don't have the right to talk to the goddess. And I'm like, who are you? What is wrong with you? Like, these, like, remember, racism comes in all flavors, but I'm just like, what? Like, they'll literally be like, you know, oh, well, like, they'll literally bring their weird, like, racism into it for some reason. Like, they're fine as long, like, you could be Wiccan as long as you're white, you know? You could use, like, you could use New Age spiritualism as long as you're white, but the minute you're literally anything else, and they appropriate the hell out of everything. You know, these are the people who are, like, stealing sage from, like, places, like, they don't even know what sage does, you know? Like, all kinds of shit, and I'm like, I'm going home. Hey Nadia, hello. You see, I was in pagan circles in the past and had the unfortunate misfortune of confusing Slavic paganism with Rodunvery. There are very noticeable differences, which I learned later. Yeah. I do my best to hold myself back from big topics because no matter what side you choose, someone will hate you. Very true. Wait. At least a quarter wicked, it's a belief, isn't it? Like, but like, how can you be a quarter of a belief? What? Exactly. Yes. Like, there's a lot. Whenever you have one friend's ancestor, you now have the right to use any kind of friendship, like, goobery you want. I'm going home. I, as a Frenchman, give you permission. I can't. Hey, TD, hello at all. You drawn? I'm drawn, Amelia. I know my grandmother was a Wiccan, never talked about it. Kind of wish I asked. Like, and the thing is, and this is just like, and again, this is mostly Wiccan nonsense, but like, for example, like, a lot of people don't know a lot about, like, hoodoo and voodoo and all that, and they think that's the same thing. It's not. Like, my favorite thing that I found out about when I was doing research is because I was just asking my mom about some practices. She straight up has no idea she does magic nonsense, and it's really funny. So, if you're wondering hoodoo specifically, it's just black people magic. It's just practices like like ambiguous black stuff that people brought from Africa, but it isn't very specific. Like voodoo is a very specific religion, hoodoo is not. So, my mom be cursing people. It is so funny. Like, cause I used to work at the same place as my mom, and I've seen her do this before, where she straight up, like, somebody was like saying something to her, and she's like, "Oh, just bring me a photo and like some of his hair," and I'm like, "What?" And she just straight up cursed him. She just straight up cursed this dude, and I'm just kind of like, "Oh," I'm like, "Oh." That's a bit extreme. She's like, he deserved it. I'm like, oh, okay. She just straight up cursing people. But she's Christian though, so she does not believe she'd be doing magical nonsense, by the way. These are things passed down through my family, and it's just really funny. But the reason it pisses me off so much, I'll just rant for like 30 minutes and then lay on the table breathless after 5 voice cracks, yeah. And like we can't even talk about the freaking exploitation of it, and then like, you know, obviously there's all the people who are like, you know, oh, you can't believe, like, because I've been in servers, okay, so there are servers dedicated to this nonsense. And hey, I'm Lola. But you'll have them be like, oh, well, if you're not, you know, you can't believe in like, what's like one I know is a distinct one. You can't believe in like any of the Nordic gods. You can't believe in any of those. You can't believe in any of those unless you're white as hell. And I'm like, okay, you know. And my favorite is, if you are black, you are only allowed to believe in 2 things. If you are black, you have to believe specifically in like, I think it's like not voodoo, but like the Vodun gods. You get the Vodun gods, you get the voodoo gods, and you get Egyptian gods. If you are black, those are the 3 you get. You want to pray to Odin? Hell nah. You want to pray to Artemis? Hell nah. You're not white enough for that. Maybe like that. Maybe like that. And they're like, ah, yes, we welcome everybody, but not if you're darker than a paper bag. Honestly, that's a big, that's great, going around cursing people for bullshit whilst not believing in it. I don't think this will do anything, but just in case your ass deserves it. The way, okay, so this is my personal belief, okay? My personal belief. I think that one, like, cause the thing about, like, hoodoo and voodoo is there'd be some cursing up in there. But I think, okay, and again, this is my personal belief. But I honestly do feel like, because black people in general have been through so much bullshit culturally, us doing curses doesn't have the same repercussions that it does for other people, because we've basically had well over 200 years of slavery against our will. So we technically have like we have karma to spare. Which is why if you get which is why, like, one thing I know about Wiccans is that they're very much like, you should not curse people or else it'll come back to you threefold. But because black people are still experiencing oppression, when we curse people, it doesn't actually come back to us specifically because we've already suffered. Personal opinion! Anyway. Yeah, religious racism is wild but true. People are people, some are good, some are bad. Culture, it's awesome, but people die because they smashed this colored. Yeah. The way people get harassed because the equivalent of a fanfic makes me mauled. Yeah. And again, that's just my personal belief, because I am a black woman in the South, you know, and we still experience nonsense down here. But like, and again, like, that's why I think, like, you know, there isn't actually a real taboo against cursing people in a lot of the more black religions, or the African religions, is because we already suffer so much that there's really no point. You know? One second, I gotta... Anyway. Demi would make me wear a maid outfit. Oh god. Life ain't that serious. We have hentai because censorship. Now it's an icon. Oh, hentai. I'm trying to. Oh, one second. I'm gonna look a little weird for a second because I'm reaching behind me. Because I need to get something. There we go. My nose is running. One second. I like. Oh, there we go. Okay. Anyway. You know, people need to, like, but all in all, people really do need to calm down, and it gets really weird. There we go. Okay, now all we need is to put your glasses on, which we'll do up here. But all in all, I think people just need to calm down, believe in what you want. Just, everything's fine until you start trying to sacrifice children. Please don't do that. like, oh, and also, don't even get me because I actually, because I also did a lot of studies specifically because of my characters and stuff like that. Man, don't even get me started on alchemy. Alchemy is freaking ridiculous with how it is. It is ridiculous. I don't know if any of y'all have ever studied alchemy before. That stuff is stupid. I love it though. I love alchemy, but gosh darn it, is it annoying. See, I mean, if you knew what I do to the wildlife, oh my god, I'm scared. Anyway, there's also one dude in China, I think, who lost prisoners. What the? And the penalty for losing both prisoners and bringing them back late was death after a minute decided, nah, fuck it, and joined the peeps he was transporting and then became a warlord, taking over at least a large nation, a region. Oh my god. I keep remembering you only need 3 people to for religion. This is very true. You don't there's a thing, honestly, as long as there's at least 3 other people, you will never be crazy. That's why conspiracies happen. And we're gonna just do that. Good. You will never be truly crazy as long as other people believe with you. For better or for worse. What am I doing? Oh god. No. There we go. Yes. Anyway. Bro, accidentally warlord. You see, I tried to wrestle deer and boars. Stop it. Anyway. There we go. Oh yeah, I gotta put the lines on. Yeah. Very cute glasses, thank you. Yeah, but because I really do like to study stuff specifically just so I can kind of make my stories a bit more interesting. Like, alchemy has been very frustrating. Frustrating. But like, alchemy is very interesting and it's actually really funny. like alchemy is, wait, is this the, okay. But basically, like, all of the goals for alchemy are very weird, and, like, especially because it's very much a, you know, like alchemy kind of is, like, literally just witchcraft for guys. That's all it is. It's just witchcraft for dudes. Like, that's all it is. They keep acting like they're not just witchcraft, and they are. They're like, no, we're basically science. You're not science. Alchemy isn't science. Stop it. Y'all be boiling poop or whatever. Calm down. Anyway, gotta go. Thanks for the rant and have a good stream. Thank you very much for stopping by. You have a great day. Remember that one guy who goes out drinking and there's a fox and a coyote, I forgot which, that tries to, like, raid his beer cooler. Oh god. Sometimes it's just random bullshit that gets screwed down. This is very true. But, like, I'll literally be sitting there and they'll be like, you know, I'll be researching and, like, alchemists sound pretentious as hell for, like, no reason. They are so pretentious. Oh my god. Like, not only do they put everything in as random symbolism for no fucking reason, they're like, yes, we don't want the masses knowing about our secret alchemical practices. But I'm like, the populace can't even read. What are you doing? Like, they'll be like, yes, the sun means this, the sun means this, the moon means this random toenail. No, it's not a random toenail, it is actually this, that over there. I'm like, just write it down like a normal person. The average person can't even read in this time period. What are you doing? Like, they're supposed to be killing me. They're doing all this esoteric nonsense, and they're being like, we don't want the people to know, but the people can't even read. Like, the people can't even read, man! Like, they've been killing me! They're like, you know, cause like, their goals are like, cause they, at the end of the day, no matter what, even though they keep saying they want to understand the universe and get immortality, all they really want is to turn whatever into gold. That is legitly what every alchemist is actually trying to do. They're trying to make money. Every alchemist keeps trying to pretend, oh no, we want to understand the universe. We want to understand. And I'm like, no, you don't. You just want to make money. You just want to make money. Like, damn. You know, the symbols be fire for some good fantasy shit, but some or real stuff. Yeah. Science isn't about why. It's about why not. This is very true. Like, for example, the sun is basically also synonymous with gold, because the sun is yellow. Maybe, we don't know. Like, not to mention, this is also ignoring alchemy from other countries. A lot of times when we think about alchemy, we actually think about alchemy from like Europe, you know. Don't even get me started on the complete and utter nightmare that is goddamn Chinese alchemy. Chinese alchemy and their love of mercury makes my head hurt. Like, we are sure that we can gain immortality from mercury. I'm like, that shit's toxic. Like, Chinese alchemy and like Turkish or / Middle Eastern alchemy also freaking makes my head hurt. But at the end of the day, your goal as an alchemist is to basically, because the thing is, the Philosopher's Stone is literally just a rock that is like the components of alchemy that to make the great work, which is what every alchemist is trying to do. They're trying to complete the great work, so that way they can turn whatever into gold, because they want to make money. Like, I cannot emphasize how much your average alchemist just wants to make money. Like, they want to do that. Like, as soon, like, you can study all the alchemy you want. They just want to make money. That's it. That's all they want to do. Because they can't go full Buddhist about this, because Buddhists are poor, you know? They're like, okay, no, we still want to like make money and, you know, have a delicious hedonism, but like, you know, we're great. I'm like, no, we're not. And see, I have a tattoo with some Norse shit, and my coworkers started talking to me about it, thinking that I was into the belief. Oh no. And I'm just over here like, I just like the Norse myths and think it's neat. Like the random white girl wearing a ankh because it's cool looking, like, oh my god, it rides a total vibe. Like, that stuff be killing me because they be getting weird about it. I'm just like, can you like calm down, please? Okay, I think she's done. Okay, good. Now I can actually start calling this poor woman. Anyway. I can actually delete that. There we go. And there we go. I can go ahead and delete these. Save! Anyway. Are you into this way of life? Nah, I'm a poser. I'm a LARPer. Like, poser, LARPer, tourist, whatever. I'm whatever that is. Honestly, I kind of want to just tell people I'm a tourist so they can lose respect for me and never talk to me again. You know, mind if I describe my tattoo? I kind of like, oh yes, please. I'm actually very curious as to what your tattoo looks like. Like if someone's like, you're just a LARPer. Yep, I totally am. That means I'm not worth talking to. So I'm gonna go over here and continue watching my slice of life about a grandma making a movie. Those are a LARPer. Poor LARPer. I'm a bipolarper. Tammy, I have a question since you brought up alchemy. I'm planning to add a new patch. What do you want me to put on it? Yes, I'm stitching it up. I don't know. The medical, you know, that stupid thing with a snake on it, like the snake in the stick, the thing of like transmedistus or whatever. Do that. Anyway. If you want to see, I have pictures. If there's a Discord, you can put it in media. Just put in media, and it should be fine. Yes, put in media. Hi, Jeremy. Hello, hello. A shield, with the words of Valhalla awaits another day. Above and below it on my forum. That sounds cool as hell. Damn, that sounds really cool. Okay, and let's go ahead and get her colored. But oh no, not what I meant to do. All right. But yeah, I don't know, like, there's so much cool stuff out here, and people are literally like getting stuck on the dumbest crap. Like, damn. Yeah. Yes. So I just do whatever the crap I want to do. I just do what I want. Essentially, I promised to myself to not commit to die, as doing so would have been so can be seen as fighting for your life, Warrior's Afterlife. That's actually really good. Like, I love meanings like that. You know, even if it's not the traditional meaning, which I think it still is, but like, I'm just saying, like, in general. But that's a really good thing. It's like, you know, it's a nice personal thing for you, and then some weirdo's like, I'm gonna assign meaning to your tattoo. Like, calm down. All right, let's test her silhouette and see what she looks like. 1 second. That looks very funny. Okay, no, she has a pretty clear silhouette. I like it. Yep. Indeed. Like, I don't know, like, as someone who consumes, like, a lot of media gets dangerously close to basically accidentally convincing you to end it. And I'm just like, can we, like, calm down a little bit? Like, that's kind of why I have to stay away from some content. And again, not obviously, you know, it's everyone's up to their whatever, but, like, sometimes they really do make it look like just ending it is the better way to go. And I'm like, y'all need to calm down. I think some of you would kind of like the last episode of Hunter the Parroting. I refuse to watch that. But anyway, here we go. Okay. There we go. As is tradition, we will make her a glorious black woman. Be like, how many times do I make someone a glorious black woman? As much as I want, because we need more. We need more. Let's see. Yeah, sometimes Call of the Void is quite big, but to each of their reason to stay, right? Yeah. Like, the way I always felt about it is, number one, I am motivated by spite, but more like, no matter, like, there is nobody in the entire world like you. There's nobody else. No one will ever have your complete point of view. No one will ever know you completely. You are the only person like you. And when you go, that universe is gone. Every person is their own reality, their own universe. And when you leave, when you die, that universe goes with you. And no one will ever know who you were. And I would like to get to know everybody, you know? I think that everybody, like, it gets very slippery slope-ish when we start talking about bad people, but I really do feel like everybody should live. I understand that it's hard sometimes, but I really do feel like everybody should live, you know? I think that everybody deserves to live, everybody should live, you know? Because I want to see what everybody, like, will do, you know? Because this world is, like, literally made of everybody together, you know? This world is made of everybody, and if you go, then that's gone, and that's sad, you know. But this is just my opinion, obviously. I live out of spite for the people who said I wouldn't live long. Wholesome talks with Demi. Oh yeah, I am being wholesome for once, aren't I? It's in the Discord for viewing pleasure whenever. No problem, take go. Like, that's how I feel about it. That's why, like, it's very easy to just kind of jump to, oh, well, this bad person deserves to... No, they deserve to live and suffer. I personally believe that if you're a bad person, that just means you're supposed to still live, but you're just gonna suffer. No escape for you. You know? But like, real talk, I really feel like everybody has something inside of them to share, you know? this is my personal belief. I'm not saying that everyone should believe this, but I personally believe that everybody has something to contribute to society. Yeah, they're not obligated, but I don't care about that. But I think everybody has something inside of them that would benefit society as a whole, regardless of who they are. And if you take yourself out early, that means we're all missing out on what you had to offer, you know? And that's why I think that everybody should live. Everybody should live their, you live until you die, you know? And I really think that should be left up to the universe and not taking yourself out early, because you never know when it's going to get better, you know? Like, because a lot of times it happens when people feel like it's hopeless, but life will always get better, even if it doesn't seem like it. Because if it's that bad, life will take you out on its own. It doesn't need help. You know? I know it sounds kind of dark, but that's what I believe, though. You know? That's why I think everybody should live. Anyway. And if you're a bad person, that means you get to live and suffer. Like, this world of made up shit. Like, make of it what you can and be here for each other. Yeah. You see, oh, you did some bad shit. Ain't work on. I mean, I wonder what everybody will do. Oh yeah, that. It's maybe not a great idea to let go to. Do what you mind says, yeah. Mm-hmm. What if Roderick to do benefit for the company? He'd wrestle a fucking bear. Stop it. There we go. But like, and again, this is like my personal opinion. If you don't agree with me, I do not care. Because nobody has to agree with me, because I am already a terrible person. Teehee. Like, I'm still waiting for somebody to cancel me, be like, ugh, Sevi's a bad person and here's why. And I'm like, oh wow, this is so surprising. I knew this from the jump. Is that what kids say, from the jump? Like, I already knew this shit from the jump. Like, it's like, ah, you fool, I knew this from the beginning. This is news. This is not news to anybody. Can I add wrestling area to the company? No! That has to be done off company property. I'm not dealing with any of you. This one I want to use? I kind of don't. Maybe just a little bit softer, less orange, maybe. There we go. Anyway. As someone who has been doing bullshit people gawk at on the internet, might as well be you. Yeah, pretty much. Much better. Anyway. I will wrestle the bear from outside. No, stop it. Anyway. But no, I don't know. I feel like... And again, this is just literally how I feel about it. That I personally just feel like, you know... People are... There's more to people than, you know, people think. And, like, people are always being like, you know... held down, being like, oh, well, if I can't do whatever, then I'm a failure. And I'm like, no, you're fine. Just, you know. And I mean, if you're gonna do bad stuff, I can't stop that either, because bad people exist. Oh no, like, I don't know, the fact that people be like, oh, well, bad people exist, so why should I try to be good? And I'm like, because being bad's annoying. It's annoying and tiring. Like, it is so annoying. Be like, ah, yes, I'm just gonna be terrible. And I'm like, just punch that person out. Like, I'm very much a fuck around, find out type of person, you know? People meet, like, more than meets the eye. Yeah, everybody's a transformer. People, robots in disguise. People make that be like, I like having, like, I'd rather be positive because it's just easier, to be quite honest. It's kind of hard to be a douche, you know? Like, I'm not gonna go out of my way to screw somebody over because that is a lot of energy and that is really tiring. Being like, oh yes, I'm gonna like, what's harder, being a bigot or not being a bigot? Like, I'm a lazy person. I don't feel like being a bigot. Of course, obviously, I do have some bigot tendencies. I'm not saying I'm not a bigot. I do have bigot tendencies, you know, like, because I live in America. But, like, I'm not going to go out of my way to be a bigot. I'm not going to see someone and be like, oh, yes, I'm going to be a dick to a Jewish person today. No. I'm a failure, but a funny one. Yes, you're my favorite boy failure. It's like, I got a bad person for being good. I mean, aside from being, like, the right thing to do. Like, yeah, like, I don't know. Like, it gets very muddy when people start putting weird arbitrary bullshit in there, you know, being like, you're a bad person if you eat meat or whatever. I'm like, excuse me, the cow wants to be eaten. The cow knew it was born to be eaten. As I project upon the cow. Like, I will continue to project upon this cow. Let's see. Oh, which reminds me, when I was a kid, I played Final Fantasy IX. It has been, these little snippets of the main menu to show you of the personality of the characters, and the one that stuck with me, and I took as a role model ish, is the quote being, "You don't need a reason to help people." You really don't. You really don't need a reason to help people. I don't get the being a bigot for what reason to feel. And again, personal opinion. But honestly, I think bigotry really is just something that people do to make themselves feel less crap. Like, a lot of times when it tends to occur, it's because it's like they're not happy with their own life, and sometimes it's just easier to punch down because it is harder to punch up. Like, it is. We keep trying to gaslight people into thinking that it's very easy to take care of the people at the top. It's not. We need to stop telling people that. Like, we need to stop telling people, oh, you just gotta go outside. No, that's not easy. Come on. Like, damn. You know? Can we give Shemi a horse? I don't want a horse. Animals should eat me. Like it's the way I feel about it is, I will be one day. I will be eaten by I don't know. Anyway. Oh no! Oh god, what happened? What happened? Oh shit. Oh god. What did my stream die for a second? Did it die? Oh shit. I didn't even notice. You disappeared for a sec? Oh well, I'm back. Hi. I'm back. Hello. Your stream died for a sec. Oh crap. Welcome back, Queen. You almost dropped your crown. I don't know. I honestly do, like, I'm not saying that we should agree with the bigots, but also we do need to actually pay attention to why the bigotry happens. Like, it is almost always out of jealousy, as well as you said I do not want a horse. Anyway. But from what I've noticed, a lot of bigotry, like, because your average bigot doesn't actually want to go around murdering minorities. Like, they really don't. Because it won't help their situation. A lot of times it's and I think, like, people don't want to acknowledge this, but it's very much everybody was given a promise when they were growing up. While they were growing up, everybody was given a promise. You know? They were told, when you get older, your life is supposed to be like this. If your life is like this, your life will be normal. You know? And a lot of, like, everybody's given this promise. And the problem is that promise was a lie. That promise was a lie. You know? Also, is your chat down? Is it? Oh shit. It shouldn't be. Ooh. Hey, no, it should be fine. Wait, let me see something. Test. Ah, shit, it might be dead. Let me go look. Is it this? No, not that. Where is my chat box? There it is. I'm gonna just copy that. Okay, so I'm gonna copy that, and we're gonna just delete it. Put it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Wait. Shit. Cancel. Wait, let me do something. Let's see. What time is it? Because I usually have it, my chat up in another window, and I straight up forgot to do that this time. Here I am yet again. Okay, so I am moving on the screen. Okay, so I am still moving on the screen. I just gotta go fix my chat somehow. Alright, I might freeze again, because I have to go open Chrome, which Chrome has been closed this whole time, so I might freeze again. Chrome, Stream, I gotta go to Streamlabs. I go to Streamlabs. Streamlabs! Okay, so we're gonna go to Streamlabs. Am I not logged in? Oh my god. Let me in! Let me in, you bastards! Okay, chat box. Launch. Yes, I know. Let's see. Stop it. Okay. Let me see if it's working now. Wait, I wonder if what would happen if I don't wait, no. Okay. I just wanna yes, copy. Okay, so I'm gonna delete you guys for a second. Just hang in there. I'm gonna delete you for a second, okay? I'm gonna delete you for a second. Delete. Yes. Okay, so you've been deleted. Don't worry. I will bring you back. We're gonna bring you back. Oh shit. What were you? Oh no. I forgot what you were. Oh shit. What was it this? Oh shit, I don't remember. Wait. Oh, I just realized I delete everybody from everything. Oh god. Well, it's fine. Chat. No. Oof. Okay, so let's see if this fixes it. Test. Oh god, I messed up. Oh no, I messed up. I don't know what you guys are. I don't know where you guys are. Okay, wait. Can I just hit undo in here? And maybe that'll fix it? Oh! What'd I just do? Oh god, what'd I just do? Oh. Okay. Good. Alright. Oh, alright. So we go in here. Do this. You guys might just have to be dead until the end of stream. You guys might just have to be dead because I don't know how to fix this. Yeah. You guys just might have to be dead. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know what the problem is. Yeah, it's just people watching the VOD will just have no idea what you're saying. That's it. You guys are dead. I'm sorry. We'll fix it next time. Like, you guys are just gonna have to be dead for now. Because I would like to finish this drawing here. Like, because the only thing I can think of is I'd have to, like, restart stream or something. I don't want to do all that. Like, I don't know what, like, and I don't know what knocked me out either. Like, I straight up don't know what knocked me out. Also, thank you very much, Drained Anarchy. My name is Sammy Enigma. I'm an Dragon Mom boss. Thanks so much for joining the organization. You can pick up your badge at the front desk. Seriously, what caused this? No visible. Refresh browser scene becomes active. Will that help? Yeah, I don't know what. You know what? We're just gonna have to deal with it. We're just gonna pretend everybody's just talking in the void. I don't know. Because this is probably gonna take something that I'm gonna have to actually go offline for, and I don't feel like doing all that. All right. Yeah, I don't know. Well, no, it's it's right there. I'm so mad. I'm going home. Oh my god. I'm like, well, I give up. Dude, there it is. I'm so mad. Oh my god. God damn it, Techno Satan strikes again. That's what this is. This is Techno Satan's work. Anyway, let me go back to what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm so mad at this. Oh shit. Damn it, Techno Satan. Making me look like a fool in front of my own chat. Anyway. There we go. It's looking really good. Alright. Pull this out here. And just take care of all the dark spots. There we go. Oh, I'll have to fix that. I like Amelia though. Like, I think like what I like most about her, the most about her, is that you're never quite sure what her morality is. You know, because she's definitely not like governed by good person politics. You know, she's very much I take care of my own stuff for my own reasons, but she really has no. She doesn't care about good or bad people. You know. Which it makes her very annoying to deal with on the regular. Much better. The fanboy is confused and sad. Why are you sad? We're back! Yes, we are back. You're back from the void. Congratulations. She's a doctor. She could be a doctor. I was purposefully rage baiting you. I see! You jerk. Because I don't know, I really don't think that you could be a morally good person and create sentient life. I really don't think that's a good combination to have, you know? I really don't, like, this is my personal opinion, obviously, but I really don't think you could be a good person and make sentient beings. You just can't. Sad because I'm scared of dark. She's not a doctor, she's a mage. Okay. Because red is her signature color. Now, do I want her to have a red... Well, no, she has a red... I know she definitely has a red coat. She definitely has a red coat. But I don't know if I want to give her a black dress under or darker red dress. I don't know why I immediately thought of Vash the Stampede. Anyway. Not Vash the Stampede. Anyway. Put this up here. Not a certified doctor. Don't let her get you under the scalpel. Oh god. Haven't seen one since 2014. That's not good. Okay. But yeah, she's a like at the end of the day, what she is a mage. So she is someone that practices magical nonsense. That is what she mainly does. Give her a little bit of pop red down here. There we go. Yeah, but that's her main thing, and she's basically, actually, I think she's straight up a sage instead of just a mage. I think she's actually a sage. But yeah, but that's basically her main thing, is that she basically has, like, she knows, like, the ancient, like, I don't know why I thought of Aslan just now. But she is, like, someone who knows the ancient magics. She knows of the ancient magics from long ago, back before the world was formed, or some shit. She knows of the ancient magics that were foretold. That was foretold in the prophecy, or whatever. I will arrest her doctors. Don't do that. I have a knife and a rotary tool. I can fix you, Roderick. I'm getting out of here. Do I want to? What color do I want to like? Okay, so I think I'm gonna play. I think I just make it a darker red. I think I might just make it a darker red. I think that's what I'll do with that. Ba-da-da. Oh, nope. Oop, nope. There we go. We'll probably just make it silver. Not like that. Silver. There we go. I don't know why I keep thinking about the dad from Fullmetal Alchemist. You know, the one that turned his daughter into a monster. I'm just like, she's like that, only slightly less evil. Yeah, she pretty. Please, Sammy, don't go to check the bog. What did you put in the bog? She would tell you she's a real doctor just to reveal that her ID is just a real doctor. Edward. Oh my god, you guys, she's what's the word? I blackwashed Edward Elric into a tall black woman. I turned Edward Elric into a black woman. Wait, let me see if I can steal Edward's colors. Wait, let me look up his colors right quick. Edward Elric. I'm just gonna make her look like Edward Elric. Edward Elric. You know what? That's an idea. I'm just gonna steal his outfit. Like, let's see here. Sure. So what color is your shirt? Okay. All right. So we're gonna steal his outfit. We're gonna steal Edward's outfit. Just make it black. It turns out she was Edward Elric all along. Oh god, I'm crying. I'm crying. It's like, why not? Why not just make her Edward Elric? Let's like turn her into... let's see here. Can I just do this? Okay, that's way better. It's like, wow, Fullmetal Alchemist looks different from what I remember. Wait a minute. There we go. It's like Edward, like he like transfigured himself into a black woman somehow. Oh, I'm going to hell. Oh man, I don't know why that's endlessly funny to me. Now I can learn to be like, if Edward Elric was a black woman, that's the... Oh boy, man. Anyway, oh, I mean, she technically, obviously, she's not, but it's still a really funny thought to have, you know. Here we go. That. For this as well. Alright. And let me get all that. Yes. Anyway. Because I also do want to have, like, it be very easy to figure out that she's an alchemist. So probably having it that she's wearing, like, a lot of the colors that Edward does. I think that would actually be a pretty interesting clue that she's an alchemist. So. There we go. Okay. Because Actually, I'm gonna just be really lazy about this. Being really lazy about it. But I really do like her as a character. She's actually, in my opinion, pretty cool. She's pretty cool as a character. I did not mean to do that. I forgot. There we go. This should fix that. There we go. Much better. Anyway. Very cool white lapel, long coat, goated, long coat. Yeah, I like her long coat. I love her coat. Like, I like that she likes to just whip random stuff out of there. She clearly makes, his jacket from, like, she literally took his jacket from the laundry line. Technically, he has a hood, but it's fine. She literally just stole, like, Edward's, she stole she just stole his coat. She just ran off with it. She just ran off with it. Let's see. I do know I want to make this, also red. Let's see. Will I give her red tinted glasses? Probably, because I like having annoyingly consistent color schemes. Anyway, so we're going ahead and just make, this a much more saturated red. We're gonna make this a saturated red. Ooh, that hurts. Ooh, that hurts my soul. I like it, though. Oh, that thing, you can see that thing for 20 miles away, damn. Okay, then we let her take it. But yeah, I like, but again, what I like about her, she also, like, other than her briefcase, that's kind of all she's got going for her. Eye color, let's go. Eye color is also red. Because I know, yeah, his eyes are yellow, but I think hers are gonna be red. Or should I make them gold? Well, let's see. Let's see which one I want to go with. Where is it? Is it here? Okay, it is. So let's go with what hair color? Or what eye color? Now my original plan was, my original plan was red, to hint at her signature color, but what if? First let's make the red a little bit darker. We're gonna make it a little bit darker. And then, what if? Put a touch of gold in there. Let's see, she looks like an evil apple. This looks like an evil apple of clocks type of situation. Anyway. Ooh, I kind of like that, actually. She's an apple. I actually do kind of like that. I kind of like that a lot. Let's just do like slightly darker red up at the top. Ooh, we could also give her apple symbolism too. We could actually definitely do that. Nice. I like that. I like that a lot, actually. Oh, wrong brush. Wrong one indeed. I don't like the way that looks. That was a little too much. Okay. I think I need it to be a little bit lower. There we go. And what do I want to do for? I'm gonna give her like a little bit of makeup. Let's see, probably like the tiniest bit of makeup. Anyway. Yeah, having her probably be synonymous with apples would actually be pretty cool, I think. I don't want to give her too much gold, simply because then she might bleed over to, like, Amelia, and we can't be having that, so... this... And then we'll, like, put a little bit of the red in there. Probably a little bit more like that. There we go. Just a little bit. Okay, and just this. There we go. Anyway. But yeah, I feel like, do I want to give her lipstick too? I feel like, I don't know if she'd actually wear, like, lipstick at all. Actually, let's give this her its own layer. Let's tone this down just a little bit. Okay, there we go. Yes. Do I want to give her lipstick? Okay, a nice dark shade looks like it would actually work really well for her. Oops. Anyway. It's good to always have, like, the bare lip color under there. Okay, and then a little bit brighter for the bottom lip. Okay, I think it looks actually pretty good. Okay, nice. But no, I just like, when it comes to like character like motifs and symbolism and stuff like that, I usually tend to do animals, but probably doing some actual like other things would be good. Like having hers be apples would also be pretty good, I think. Just because of kind of like, you know, what she represents and stuff like that. I think it would actually be really good if she was also like synonymous with the apples. Let's see here. You smooth that out a little bit. And there we go. Yep, I don't. Okay, I really, really like that. I really like that. Sorry, just here. It's like it's Edward Elric as a black woman. Okay, I stretched. My posture has been straightened, and I tried to drink my tea. That still was so funny. Oh god. I think I want to make the belt a little bit darker though. Like a little bit darker. Let's see. And I'll probably give her like, because I like giving people colored shades according to their main color. I think I want to do something that's a little bit a little bit grayish probably. So if Edward gets angry for being called short, would that make her angry? I don't know. I don't think it, like, would anybody even call her like, would anybody even call her short? Oh, it's up here, that's why. Let's see. Oh wait, no, let me do it like this. There we go. Ooh, I don't like that at all. That looks ugly. That looks ugly! I might stick with the original color. But, where did I mess up? Oh. What? Oh, I was gonna say, where did I go wrong? I'd imagine what probably makes her angry is just people minding her, but like people bothering her. I think that's probably more than anything what would actually piss her off. Oops. Okay. Well, honestly, you should put this down here. Let's see. What color did I use before? I think I want something a little less. There we go. But it looks a little too close to her skin color. I think the other color was actually better for that then. Actually, I can make it even lighter. I think making it lighter would actually be better in this case, just so we know it's not her actual skin color. Alright. Anyway. Yeah, I think, like, with her, what actually would, like, make her angry is people just kind of making weird assumptions. That doesn't look right either. Okay, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna just make this up here, and we're going to do this. Okay, and let's see. Multiply, maybe? Maybe right in the middle of it. Yeah, I should just make it a black belt. I think I should just make it black. Because otherwise it looks a little too wonky. So we're just gonna make it black. We're just gonna make it black. There we go. Okay, that's fine. I wanted to give her a brown belt because of Edward, but it's fine. Anyway. And then lastly, let me do her glasses. Let's do her glasses. All right. All right, so for her glasses, I'm probably just gonna do this. That definitely doesn't look unsettling. Oh. Okay. Anyway. The brown belt would have split her proportions, and the black would have split, but won't be as noticeable anymore. Yeah, like it's fine. It's fine. Like it just kind of also like kind of helps connect to the bottom where she also has black, so it's fine. Oh god, she's Alucard now. It's as if I turned Alucard, or yeah. It's like I turned Alucard into a black woman. Oh my god. She's Edward, Elric, and Alucard. Oh my god, she's so many different characters. It's like, how does this keep happening? Oh man. The reason I wanted to make them shades instead of actual glasses is because I do want to like show that she doesn't actually like. She doesn't need them to see. She uses these for other reasons. Okay. And go. Okay, cool. Like I said, I like her trench coat because she has an absurd amount of pockets in there, and she keeps taking weird stuff out of there. Okay. And that takes care of that. I could technically, because they could remain black, or let's see, do I want to add something more? Do I want to add more color to it? Do these look weird? Do these look weird? Oh, they look kind of okay, but no, I don't like that. I actually don't like that. But what I do think I can do is do this instead. Maybe? No. Definitely not. There we go. And now I gotta do all the color lining and all that. But yeah, I honestly do feel. Oh wait, I can give her. I forgot. I can give her golden earrings. I forgot I could do that. I could do that. I can give her golden earrings. Anyway, but no, I like her a lot as a character. Like I said, she's very much like, you know, she's fine as long as you don't mess with, like, you know, the people that she likes and like her own stuff. You know, just don't mess with her stuff. That's all you gotta do. Just don't mess with her shit, and she'll be okay. This here, oops, that one, and this one. There we go. Yeah, just don't mess with her stuff, and she's fine. I mean, I should probably use the full color for this. At least that's the way I always felt about it. You know, she very much likes to have her own way. I think for her, it's more like a lot of people see her as like wasted potential because she doesn't really do anything with all the talents that she has, or at least she doesn't do anything that people think is also don't make weird assumptions about her hair. Don't like don't make weird assumptions about her. Don't touch her hair. That's I can imagine that also being something that pisses her off. If you want to touch her hair, don't do it. Don't touch her hair. You know. Don't make weird assumptions, don't touch her hair, you know, like, because that just straight up pisses her off. She's like, what is wrong with you? You know, do you know how long it takes me to do all this? Like, she has all this alchemical ability, but she still just washes her hair normally. It's coconut oil in it. Like, she puts coconut oil in there. Where's the bonnet? Does she smell like apples? I'm not sure. I'm not sure if she actually will smell like apples or not. We'll have to see. We'll have to see if I actually want to incorporate something like that or not. It's like, does she smell of apples? Or maybe apple blossoms? She might smell like apple blossoms, which also smell quite nice. I don't know if I want her to smell like apples or not. Because then people want to bite her. I don't know about all that. Right. And that's good there. That looks good here. Looking good here. Okay, definitely not. Definitely not. Nope. Anyway. Does she smell like chums? Oh god, no. Apple blossoms do smell nice. Yeah, like, so she might, she honestly just might smell like apple blossoms instead of apples themselves, because, I don't know, but apples have a kind of sickening, smell if you ask me. They smell a little sickening if you, because they're sweet, so it smells kind of like, you know, sugar syrup sometimes. There we go. And okay, that looks good right there. Now I gotta tackle this little bit of nonsense right here. Do I want to give this? Give it a nice little glow. Gonna give it a nice little glow. It's like, oh my god, is that the philosophy stone? Oh, is that what that is? I don't know. Is that the philosophy stone? I don't know. Okay. It might be the philosophy stone. We don't know. It could be anything. There. Yeah, we're just gonna be super normal about this. Just put this up here. Oh wait, no wait. Darker red. Good. We're gonna just put some of these in here. Okay. Probably like a. Okay, and now I'm gonna just slap this thing on here. Anyway. Apple seeds also make poison. This is true. This is true. For some reason, the brush shape looks like Greenland? Greenland? That's so random. Not Greenland. Okay, let's go ahead and give our hair some highlights. I don't know why I was going back so far. I want her probably to be like this. Having colored highlights that are a very different color is also very fun, I think. Like, I think it's always, like, really fun to do stuff like this. Okay. And then I just gotta go down here, since I didn't use this for anything. We're gonna just use straight black. Indeed, the color matrix. There we go. Do like that, and then back here as well. And up here. Yes. Yes. Okay, good. Up. Because I'm not going to do too many shadows on this, because again, this is more for, so I can kind of keep track of what her main attributes are. But no, I actually just really like, and I'm, like, also, like, one thing I've been doing recently is just taking a lot of characters that I just haven't done anything with, and I'm just combining them into other characters. Just because it's, like, if I'm not using the character, I might as well use them somewhere, you know? So taking the time to actually just be like, okay, so they basically just do this now. Has been actually really helpful. So combining some older characters that I just haven't done anything with, I think is good. Like and the character of RNA, I wasn't really able to do much with her, which I thought was kind of sad. So basically kind of having her be rolled into Amelia, I think, is actually a really good idea. Also, I do like how she looks vaguely more sinister than she actually is. Like, I mean, she can be sinister. I'm not gonna pretend that she's not, but like, I kind of like the fact that she does have this unsettling like look to her. I think. I actually really do like that. There we go. Seeing shapes and things. There we go. I think this will work well for her. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and create selection, and we're gonna go out by expand by 10. Let's see. I'm probably not gonna be able to get to Shoji today, but that's okay. That's fine. Alright, I need to add just a few more details here. What the? Oh. Let's say, did I forget something? I did. Here. Let me just kind of wheel in here and just add this. There we go. And where is... Okay. And then we're just going to add this. There we go. Good. Yeah, she has a lot of sharp angles, and those things give the character a message. Yeah, I like. That's the other thing is unlike, because she's basically in contrast to Evie, who is a very soft, round character. I'm gonna actually put them on the same page so I can, because I'm gonna also have to draw Bianca at some point, but she's way later. Let me just do her color matching right quick, and then I'll be able to do all that. Okay. So we have her skin color. Oh, wait, it's like its hair color. Yes, it's we've got hair color, and then it's also, oh wait, no, it's actually, I forgot, it's not even that color, it's just this one. That, this, let me take off her shades for a second, then her eye color. I'm gonna put the eye color over here. So this one, and this one, and there's like an orangey color in here. Right there. There we go. Okay, and then wait. We got her skin color right here. And then we have her, I'm gonna capture her lipstick since that's gonna be more visible than her eyes, than her like eye makeup. Okay. Other than that, okay. So that's all for that. And okay, cool. Ow. Hey, Waffles, hello. One second, I have to adjust in my chair. Oh, that felt weird. Anyway. There we go. So that way I can kind of keep track of all of her colors. Okay. And yeah, I like her. I do like how she just looks like, I like it's one of those things where even though she's not always menacing, but she definitely has the capability to be, and I want that to be shown more than just that she does have some rounded parts. But the fact that, like, it's mostly you definitely don't want to mess with her, that's one thing I definitely want to make sure of, is that she still comes across as someone who is actually pretty intimidating. Alright, so let's go ahead and get you exported. Export. And then we got Amelia here. Okay. Alright, and let me just export the base character. Okay. So we're gonna export main character. Okay. Oh, background. Okay. So then I can show you her and Evie side by side as well. So because I don't have enough time to like draw another character, so we're just gonna show some comparisons instead. Okay. Where's the what 90%? Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and close. Oh, wait, save and then close. She went from Black Edward to Black Alucard, exactly. I was thinking of the posture. Yep. The colors feel homey regards to yep, Stu, I can't. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get them both here. So we're gonna pull them both up. Okay, so we got Evie here. God, my style has changed so much. And then we're gonna go ahead and get okay. I'm gonna fix their proportions in a minute. Oh wait, shit. Wait. Let me put them in the same thing. I'm gonna change them I'll fix them in just a second. So we can kind of have some comparisons between the two. Okay. And we're gonna just move you over here. We're gonna move you over here. And this is you. Okay, and then we have... God, that would be so funny if that's how tall she was. She is so small! Let's see, there we go. That's how tall she is. That she is. Let's just make her a little bit bigger, and there we go. Anyway. I don't know how tall she is. She's just not very tall at all. Like, Evie is short. Wait, how tall? There we go. I put them at the same height. Oh, let me give this poor girl an outline too, so she doesn't, you know, fade into the background. Okay, expand. Okay. There we go. Because I was like, man, you tiny as hell. And blop. Oops. Ah. Bop. There we go. Not meant to do that. There we go. Anyway. Yes, the anti-shrimping. But let me go back to my chat and see what you're doing. I'm just here to watch her cook. I see. Did I miss anybody? Especially her hair? Yeah, I love her hair. Oh, send me, the talk about the cat boys made me remember the actual cat you and I watched, back in Kiss Anime. I need to see if I can remember. There's actually one, like, Korean or Chinese, comic I was trying to find that was about 4 cat boys, but I can't find it. I think they deleted it or something. Yeah, I don't know how tall she is. I know she's definitely, like, she's a little bit over 5 foot, I think. I don't know if we count her fluffery or not. Reminds me of Descaris, strong and powerful. Yeah, she's like, Descaris is another character who influenced, Amelia too. I can clearly see, I've clearly been missing too much of the pretty power, lady power hour. I love seeing the palms, such as, it's such a small detail that I don't see enough. I look at my hands, and see the same phenomenon. It's awesome. Like, yeah, I used to not do that, but now I do. But yeah, so as we see from, both of them, that you can see who's the most approachable here. Which, Evie does call Amelia aunt. They're not actually related, but she still calls her aunt anyway. But she calls her auntie, but like, I like you can definitely tell who's the most approachable person here versus the one who isn't. You know? But like, Evie has a lot of curves to her. There's hardly, I don't think there's any points on her. She's like, her eyes are also just, she also has very big, round eyes, you know, a smaller mouth, you know? She has a smaller mouth as opposed to, Amelia, who has a bigger mouth, sharper features, darker, more extreme colors. Like, even the colors of her outfits are a little bit, like, desaturated, too. Auntie, family friend, I get you. Yeah, exactly. That's how they are. They're not physically related, but she still calls her auntie, which she's perfectly fine with. But basically, Evie is actually one of her apprentices. She has, like, one other one that I haven't drawn yet, who is a little bit more similar to her. But basically, Evie is technically her latest apprentice. I say that in the biggest quotation marks possible, because it's more like, she just kind of taught her the basics and then left her for dead. I mean, no, she didn't leave her for dead, but basically, because Evie, out of her 2 apprentices, Evie was not born into a mage family. I found it! It's called Hey, Your Cat Ears Are Showing. The art style is very simple but cute. Send me that on Twitter. Let me get Edward Elric off my phone because he's glaring at me. Anyway. But yeah, so unlike her other apprentice, Evie is a normie. She was not born into a mage family, nor does she have any close mage ancestry. She was just a normal girl that ended up in a magical situation, and because her family could not handle it, Amelia basically ended up taking her in and training her, because the magical nonsense usually, like, okay, so in the setting of New Brightston, when the thing is, most magical stuff just goes unnoticed by humans, and the way it tends to work is, and this is just the way the world is, it's like this, where even if you see something magical, you'll start like forgetting it, and just kind of remember it, like how people forget their dreams when they wake up. It's one of those settings where magic is genetic. It is, but it isn't. There are specific mage families, but there are random people who will just gain magic sometimes, or they'll just be born with it. It's not very concrete. It's not like, you never know when you're gonna get a random Hermione Granger situation. There's two ways for a normie to gain magic. Either A, they had a distant ancestor and it just pops up randomly when something extreme happens, or in the case of Evie, she was kidnapped by fairies for 5 years. So she was basically drenched in magical Kool-Aid. And as a result, because she was just in a magical realm for 5 years, it has more or less stained her being, so she can't really get rid of the magic. It's stained on her soul now. So that's why she is able to, and it also took, like, her original eye color is actually supposed to be brown, but because she got stuck in the magical Kool-Aid for 5 years as a child, it basically makes it so her eyes actually change color depending on her mood, but they will never go back to her original brown. This is something she just doesn't notice, by the way, because being with the fairies that long messed up her brain a little bit. Sent you the poster of the anime along with the 2 main characters. Okay, I'll look later. It's the magic, there is no logic. Yeah, pretty much. Knowing my luck, I would spontaneously magic combust through an emotional breakdown. But yeah, so with Evie herself, is when she was a child, she was taken by the fairies when she was playing in the park with her family, and she just went missing for like 5 years. And the only way they were able to get her back is because Amelia got hired by somebody who just basically sent the resident unicorn to go get her. Because Amelia is not about to she is not about to step into the fairy room unless she absolutely has to, because it's annoying as hell for her. So she doesn't like dealing with the fairies even on a good day, so she's like, okay, I'm going to bribe this unicorn. His name is Percy. Percy is one of the few fairies that aren't completely, that are actually able to be dealt with. He's one of the few ones that is bribable, basically, or at least one of the more powerful ones that's bribable. So she basically sends in the resident unicorn to go find this child before she basically becomes a fairy herself. And he basically managed to get to her before she forgot who she was completely. But yeah, like, Evie actually forgot what her original eye color was, and that's why they can't go back to brown. So yeah, but her eyes actually changed colors. It's green. The green is this greenish blue is more or less her default eye color, but they will change in saturation and color depending on her mood. Don't fight the unicorn! If I started thinking magic, and the first thought would be, how can I use this for my own gain, or if I could use it for profit? No. My first thought would be, how can I use this to mess with Ellie? That is a very valid reason. Don't keep the unicorn! But yeah, Percy is the resident unicorn. He lives in Parallel Park. He likes the train. His favorite place to go is Hanabi Station. Get on the train, go around the town, and then go home. That is his hobby. That is the resident. He has a human form he usually takes. He doesn't get on the train as an actual unicorn. He gets on there in his human form. You know? Can I give Shammy a unicorn? It's technically not. Don't give me anything. My first thought would be, how can I use magic consistently? When it comes to Evie herself, because it's kind of like magic has stained her, and not that it's really, not that it's necessarily, something that comes from within her. She has, what I've just been calling, assistance magic. That's kind of how it is with her. Please tell me he enjoys getting into very unlikely places for a horse to be before turning into a horse. I kinda like, he does like to there's actually a farm near the edge of town he likes to chill at sometimes, where he pretends to be a horse. He pretends to be a beautiful white horse, and he likes to bother this one guy who's in charge of the horses, and the guy's like, he keeps like bothering the farmer because the farmer keeps trying to figure out where he got this beautiful horse from. Like, he likes to bother the one guy. Like, he also likes getting his, like, you know, weekly grooming. My first thought would be, how can I fuck with people? I hear Percy, the resident unicorn, and I think Percy is some kind of landlord. Oh my god, no, he's not a landlord. Yeah, he likes horsing around. Oh my god, wait, I have an idea. I'll clone myself, and set them around the house, and every time she walks past the doorway, a clone would walk by saying, "Hey, Ellie," and then I'll wait to see how long it takes for her to realize there's like 5 times the me. That's so funny, yes. But yeah, he obviously has a unicorn form, a horse form, and a human form. He actually doesn't care if you call him a horse because he chooses to look like a horse sometimes. Yeah, the only reason he has not been like captured by the local magical law enforcement is because he's hilariously useful to them as a free horse, so they don't do anything about him. But yeah, he's he's a very casual fairy creature. He's like one of the most casual ones. Most of the fairies are a little Lulu, really. Is he a brony? He is not a brony. He thinks bronies are weird. Like, he just likes trains. He's like, I'm like, oh god, I wasn't gonna say that, but he finds trains fascinating, and he just likes sitting on them sometimes. Yeah, he's a casual fairy. Most of the fae can be he's because of his exposure to humans, he's a lot less abstract than most fairies tend to be. You know, I appreciate this autistic unicorn. I was trying not to say it, but yeah, he kind of autistic for trains. He's kind of autistic for trains. I can't pretend he's not. Like, the unicorn is a bit autistic. But yeah, but he was like, the thing about fairies, in this setting anyway, and this is specifically fairies that come from the other world. There are other types of creatures that are basically just yokai instead, who come from a different place. Not the autistic tag. Knowing her, once she sees like 5 of me, she'll either die of Axel Overlord or she's just gonna take advantage, if you know what I'm saying. So I don't want to generalize, but I have never once heard of a neurotypical person who isn't fascinated by trains. I mean, yeah, no, I get you. Like, but yeah, so you have that, but most of the, but all of the fae are actually connected to one another. Like all of them. Now, this is fae themselves, not necessarily descendants of fae, so if a fae has a half-human child, that connection might not fully be there. But all pure fae have a connection back to their home world, because all fae are basically pieces of a larger being. Again, this is my setting, I'm not saying fae in general, but they're all pieces of a larger being. So I actually said this before, that if you were to take like, if you were to somehow take like Percy the unicorn and split him in half, he wouldn't die. He would simply turn into 2 separate beings with 2 separate minds. That's what, they would just be smaller. But yeah, every fae is actually just a piece of the largest fae, which, whatever the frick that is. And so basically the easiest way for them to make more fairies, because they will be spread thin if they keep, like, you know, splitting apart, is they just capture beings from other places and bring them there. So I can make a jar-sized horse army. You technically could. You technically could. There's some creativity right there. So the way they basically get more fairies is literally by just kidnapping people from other places and letting them stew in the delicious fairy Kool-Aid until they basically forget what they were and become fairies. That's both adorable and horrifying. It is. Which is why Percy was able to find Evie in the first place. Because he is a full fae, he is able to know where she is because, well, the fae like her. So yeah, also a lot of Changeling the Lost fun. But yeah, that's literally what they do. They literally will and that they do prefer people who gotta bounce for now. Take care, no problem. Thank you very much for stopping by. You have a great day. They're very creepy. There's also this movie about like 5 people stuck in a giant box in the middle of the woods, and it's revealed that the weird noises they were hearing surrounding the box were half human, half fae. Abomination is trying to mimic the people. Oh god, that's horrifying. Anyway, me take my thing off. I'm not drawing anymore. But yeah, so because of that, they like to take children because children don't have as firm as a sense of self as adults do. And so a lot of Fae look like humans because they were human once. That's actually why, in this setting anyway, a lot of them look like people because they might have been actual children at one point. Not to say they will not kidnap adults. They will kidnap anybody. But children become Fae easier, which is why they took Evie when she was a child. Which she straight up, for her, she didn't know it was 5 years. She literally thought it was like 2 days. Because time behaves not at all in the realm of the Fae. It's as long as they say it is. So, and they you know, but yeah, they were trying to, and the thing is, they're still actively trying to turn her into a fairy, by the way. This hasn't stopped. The Fae never forget. They just have to wait long enough, and they're just gonna try and kidnap her again. So, but as a result, most of her magic is basically assistance magic, which basically is her asking the fairies to do something, because she technically doesn't have enough magic in her body to support things. Do they replace the kids with changelings? Changelings are cool. Yeah, they do. Because basically what'll happen is they'll exchange. Not all Fae, obviously. Some of them are different, but sometimes they'll just kidnap the child outright, or sometimes, depending on how they acquire the child, they will replace the child with a changeling until the kid they captured forgets what they are and turns into a fairy, and then normally the changeling will come back. Or the changeling is also used to lure other children into the fairy realm as well. So that's the other thing. A lot of times if you have a changeling, they will actively try to get other children to come to the woods. So you gotta be careful when you get one of these in your house. They will snatch your baby, you know. Be like, oh yeah, everything was fine until little Timothy came home from the woods one day. He's been weird ever since then. He also keeps stealing all the honey from the pantry. I stopped. But I want them to. I like the fairies because they are menacing, but they're also just really cute. We do have some of the grumpy, like the grumpy. Oh my god, there are some of the grumpy kind as well. My favorite is and basically because they treat Evie so well, she doesn't really see them in a negative light, though she does have to kind of, you know, do the finger waggle at them sometimes because they are protective of her. But there's this gigantic shadow fairy that shows up around her sometimes, you know? This thing is creepy as hell, but it's because he was one of the ones that was a human at one point. But sometimes he'll come to her with deliveries or something, so, you know, but he's this big old shadow guy. He's huge. But yeah, the fairies are very much they're menacing, but they're adorable. I once had a D&D campaign where I played as a changeling who hates the original face because for years it thought it was the boy that he replaced, only for the original to come back and try to kill him. Oh my god. Killing the boy, having an existential crisis. Valid. What do they consider children? I'm not a child anymore, but I'm 5'1", so I could shave and pass as a teenager. Fun fact, they basically, they don't really know kids by age, they know them by size. Because fairies don't age regularly, so they literally look at, okay, so are you small and do you have slightly less wrinkles? But they will also capture adults who want to escape reality. Or basically adults who just don't have much of a sense of self. They're kind of attracted to that, so they'll take adults too. It's just kids are easier because they're smaller. Remember playing a Fae in D&D. Unfortunately, it was an arsenic fairy. What is wrong with you? Goodbye, everyone. I'm going to be with the Fae. Later, y'all. I'm gonna go get myself spirited away. Now, fun fact, there is a difference between the fairies and the yokai. There are yokai also in the city. They're just in a different area, but they also will kidnap people. You will never become, they don't convert you into anything, but well, humans are tasty, so, you know. Humans are tasty and also make good servants. Hey, grabbing a 50-year-old dwarf that's like still taking a mug of ale in his hand. They'll do it. They literally are like, you're short? We don't care how much hair you got. We got hair. Let's, like, they'll just kidnap a short man. They'll do it. Look, I was curious, rogue plus fire. It didn't help that I had a Molotov cocktail during the campaign. I can't. What is wrong with you? But yeah, so yeah, with her, she's so technically, like, Evie is 5 years older than she thinks she is. She keeps forgetting she's 5 years older. Because for her time, and because of that, it did mess with her a lot. Because like because she has a very hard time with time because of how long she spent with the Fae and everything, and she also has a hard time making human friends. But basically, Amelia's like, okay, so now you would think that, oh, Amelia got her back because she cared, because, you know, the person asked her. It's more like, it started as, I'm doing this as a favor, and then it turned into, Evie is too useful to let the Fae have her. That's what happened. Because, well, Fae's, not Fae, but, Evie's family didn't quite take very kindly to the fact that she keeps saying that she sees weird things, so she ended up not really getting along with her family very well. And because she was kind of disassociating on the regular, the fairies were attracted to her again, and so Evie was about to get kidnapped by the fairies again. So Amelia's like, I'm just gonna take this. You know? To see, be kind of cool if her eyes are like a gateway to the chaos fairy magic, hence that color changing. Possibly. She doesn't really try to tap into it too much because she firmly does not understand it. But she very much is, but she can see magic. The reason she wears glasses is mainly to keep her from being overwhelmed from magical sight that she did not ask for. This is not something she was born with. So she does have magic sight, so to keep her from being overwhelmed, she was given these glasses by Amelia. Amelia made the glasses for her. She did have bad eyesight as a child, so she did have glasses, but obviously the Fae magical Kool-Aid messed with her eyes, so she doesn't need to wear them for corrective lenses. She has to wear them because she doesn't want to get overwhelmed. But yeah, so she But yeah, so she keeps kind of forgetting that the Fae are trying to kidnap her on the regular, so, you know. And, yeah, but the other reason that, Amelia asked her to basically to take care of her cat boys is mainly to give her a reason to not get carried off by the Fae. Again. Because, she noticed that Evie doesn't really have that many connections to this world because her family is, you know. So so I don't know what that word is. Cataract? Oh, cataracts. Yes. I was like, Sorry, I thought that was like Cadillac. Cataracts, yeah. So yeah, so to keep, so basically to kind of give Evie more connections to this world, she has to basically take care of the cat boys. Because she's like, if she has something to do, she'll be less likely to wander off into the woods again. You know? But she also just needs people that are good to her, because Evie does not have the best luck when it comes to people. She tends to overcompensate when it comes to helping others, so people take advantage of her a lot. So, like, if anybody, like, Amelia's like, if anyone's gonna be taking advantage of you, it's gonna be me. So, because people like Evie are very hard to find. Oh god. Where do you want the dribble? Where do you want it? Where's it going? Where do you want this dribble? I'm so hungry. Put me in Evie's hair, but this is okay. No, that's sad. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna have to actually just upload one and put it in the thing. 1 second. But yeah, but because Evie herself went through such a bad time when she got back from the realm of the fairies that she has a very hard time knowing when someone is trying to hurt her in particular, especially emotionally, because she went from like basically being loved bombed by the fairies to like her family actively trying to get the silly out, you know, by physical punishment. In and because again, from her perspective, she was gone for like 2 days, and then her family's completely different, you know. Where is it? What am I looking for? Oh yeah, I can fire. It's not to say that her family wasn't looking for her. They just kind of gave up after a year. You know, they assumed she was dead. You know. I'm trying to find the little dribble thing. There it is, and we're gonna just kidnap this one. Okay, so we're gonna take you. Okay, maybe not that small. There you go. Just chilling in there. I couldn't get her hello. Her look at me. At least you know I'm shady. I don't hide it. Yeah, like Amelia is very much like, you know, she ain't hiding shit. You know, but how's it going? It's going good. But sadly, Evie herself she has a very hard time. And so as a result, she tends to overcompensate by trying to be as helpful as possible, because her being helpful was kind of the only thing that got her basically keeping her mouth shut and helping others was kind of the only way to get the bad to stop, kind of. But as a result, a lot of people just kind of only really wanted her to work, you know? And it's something she will get lost in. She will get lost in work for other people, because she's kind of subconsciously always scared that if she doesn't do what other people want her to do, that they're going to hurt her again. Oh god, where are we putting King Dribble? Where are we putting him? You do know, like, stream's about to end in a little bit, right? Yeah, you do know that, right? What are we doing here? What are we doing here? What is wrong with you? Oh my god! Fine! What is... Yeah, wait, okay, let me find him. King... Where is he? Where is he? You mean just, like, at her... Like, what do you mean on her? Like, you mean just, like, I don't know. Oops. Just above her? Like, just... Oops. No. Like that? There you go. She's holding him. Just above her. There you go. She's holding him now. This just looks ridiculous. Anyway. Ellie would love her, yeah. She already loves her design, but loves her backstory. Yeah, like Evie herself legitly likes, she does like working, and she's a genuinely positive person, you know? But she also is scared that people will throw her away if she doesn't keep working. So when she works for the cafe, she does overcompensate a little bit with taking care of the boys, just because she is worried she'll get fired. What's wrong with you? Having to cast every time he suggests something stupid. But yeah, but for Amelia, like, Evie is way too useful to just let her go off to normie land, or to end up in a, I don't know, abusive marriage or something. So she's like, well, I'm just gonna snatch this right quick. It's like, if her family can't, like, if her family's gonna end up strangling her or something, then we might as well just make use of her, you know? And so, like, but, like, and so, like, Evie herself tends to just ignore red flags. To be quite honest, she kind of ignores them a lot of the time, but only when it comes to herself. She can kind of spot it when it comes to other people, But Evie has a very hard time spotting red flags when it comes to herself, just because she kind of was accidentally taught when she was after her parents and everything, that she personally feels that she's someone that is only valuable when she is of use. So she doesn't really apply that judgment that she has for helping others to herself, you know? And that's also why she tends to be really nice to the fairies, because the fairies are always nice to her because they're trying to kidnap her. But she like, for example, she'll like give offerings to fairies in the house or in the yard or something, just because, not because she has to, but because she just likes doing it. It's like her hobby, you know, making little tables for them, like making little tiny furniture and little bowls, a little tiny soup. She'll give them little tiny soups, you know. Well, hey there, Tifero, welcome in. My name is Semi Enigma. I'm an Elder Dragon Mom Boss. Thanks so much for joining the organization. You can pick up your badge at the front desk. But yeah, but that's why I decided I wanted to make her as round and approachable as possible. That she's also kind of defenseless. She doesn't really have, and even her magic is not very, like, you know, it's very assistance based, you know. I feel that, you know, you have that special flavor of abandoned issues. Exactly, like her family at this point, her family doesn't actually even remember her, because she felt that her existence with her family was basically making them miserable. So she basically she doesn't ask the fairies for things very often, but she did ask the fairies to take the memories of her family has of her away, because they can do that. They don't even need to do it for a specific reason. Fairies be dicks, so they literally just like invaded her family's house and took away every memory of her. So they don't know, they just took the memories but nothing else. So they're literally wondering who this girl is in some of their photos, and they think she's a ghost. You know? And Evie left home and hasn't gone back since, because she really felt the reason that they were hurting her is because she did something bad. And I'm like, oh god, that's so sad. I love it. But anyway, so yeah, so her family, her parents and like her siblings do not remember her at all. So they don't remember her at all. And she thinks it's better that they don't, because that way they won't keep doing stuff that it's a very weird way of thinking for her, that the only reason that they are doing this thing that hurts me is because I exist. So if they don't remember me, they won't do the thing anymore. You know? So yeah, and the fairies are like, yeah, what? Taking people's memories? Say less. They just stole them. They just stole the memories from her family. Hello, how are you? Yes, dear, what is it? What is it, honey? What is it? Yeah, I think that's it for today. I'm gonna go ahead and save this. Hi. Let me go ahead and save this. I'm gonna do this as that. Oh wait, I'm in the wrong area. I need to get to the right area. Oops. No, definitely not. I need to be, yes, right over here. And Amelia. There we go. But yeah, so that's let's see, could be very deceptive design choice, maybe to do her basically soaking in raw fey magic, and then when she's in danger, that shit comes out and absolutely destroys any threats that she does, and she just doesn't remember. It very could be. Like, the thing about her is because the fairies basically defend her, so it's not so much her doing something, but it is usually the fairies around her reacting to her emotions. So sometimes stuff will happen and she just doesn't think about it because she herself isn't doing it per se, but the fairies are. Like, the fairies have kidnapped people for her before. That have, like, people who have scared her or whatever. The fairies have legitly taken them. Because they harmed her or they scared her. So, and she herself just doesn't think about it. Her hair has magic with a magic bomb in it. Her hair starts ticking. Anyway, but yeah, she's very much like, you know, they cut it because for like the fairy they don't really have good mood regulations, so it's kind of like if she seems scared, obviously whatever it is hurting her, so we're just gonna take that. The only problem is the reason they didn't really stop like her parents or whatever is mainly because they were in a house. And fairies can't really just enter the house unless someone who lives there actually invites them in. Like vampires! Let me stop. If her hair starts ticking, I don't think she'll notice. Honestly, she probably wouldn't. But like, yeah, they can't just wander in there. They kind of need to be invited in because I need to give them some type of cap. So, but anyway, I think we're gonna go ahead and end Shrem there. I think this is a really good Shrem. Tomorrow at I think 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, American, me and Triple of the J will be doing a Shrem together where he will describe a Pokemon using just the description in the Pokedex, and I will have to draw a person based on that Pokemon. Last time was a hilarious, glorious disaster, so we'll see what we come up with this time. Yeah, it's gonna be late. I think it's gonna be 8 p.m. I think. Anyway. But yes, thank you very much for joining me today. So let's go ahead and go back to the other screen right quick. Alright. Let's see. So, blah, and, blah. Okay. But thank you very much, everybody, for joining me today. I hope you have a good weekend and a happy Friday. Make sure to be good behaving. Don't eat a horse. If you ever want to see my streams live, because if you're watching if you like the VOD, I hope you enjoyed. If you are watching the VOD on YouTube, like and subscribe. I know I haven't been uploading well. I keep forgetting. Whatever. My dribble died. It happens. Let's see, what else am I gonna say? Oh yeah, but if you ever want to see my streams live, I stream on Wednesdays and Fridays at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, American. Yeah, don't be a menace and be good, behave, and yeah, okay, I'm gonna go. Hostile, bye-bye, Semio. Okay, yeah, bye. Don't give me a horse.